dudes, good morning. Hey guys, Thursday morning, August 22nd, I should know that. No, sorry, August 21st, guys. 23rd, this makes no sense to me. Yeah, 22nd today, guys, sorry. Brain dead, have been up since before 2:45 this morning. Little puppy decided we needed to get up early today, guys. Renewi Tour, 2025, 20th edition. Let's just have a quick peek at things here, guys. Where should I start today? Let's just jump back here right now. Jump right in. Race is underway already, guys. I tried to start this as soon as I could. We've been racing for 6 minutes and 10 seconds here. Let's get it, folks. I just want to make sure everything looks good here. In the Metallica jersey today, guys. I got to start checking Joey's mailbox in the office for her. I've got a bunch more jerseys en route right now. All Vuelta related, guys. Let's get it. Okay, so what are we doing today, guys? Stage 2, a Blankenberge to Ardooie. Ardooie? Do we say it like that? What we'll do is just take a quick look at the map here, guys. It's the best I can do for a map right now. We're going to start near the coastline here. We do a circuit at the beginning, it looks like. Maybe we do a full circuit around first and then come back out into the countryside. Circuit at the end. I think there's 3 passages at the end again. The green kilometer is going to be spectacular again today. And if we take a look at this here, what I saw this morning, strong winds out there today, guys. Strong winds. I want to take a look at the weather right away. Look at this. Right here, guys. Average wind speed, 27.7 an hour now. I said, I think a couple days ago, once I start seeing over 20, I start thinking echelons. Going to open up that YouTube chat over here right now. Boom, we're going, folks. We are going. Sorry, no thumbnail again today. Joey Jojo's been too busy, and I just didn't even want to bother her. She's like, should I make you one? I'm like, don't even worry about it. We're good. I know there's some really good interest in the Renewi Tour here. What we'll do, guys, we're going to follow this one all the way, but I will be bouncing back and forward into the Deutschland Tour. Saw the prologue yesterday. Love prologues, especially a super short prologue. Soren Verenskold, Uno X took it yesterday. They all had to even ride on road bikes. So Jonathan Milan had a good chance of being up there. Vout was up there as well. We can take a look at that in a bit here. So riders, we're 8 minutes in right now, averaging 46 kilometers to go. This is basically a repeat of yesterday. A little bit harder, a little bit more elevation to climb. You can actually see a few little pimples out on the road in advance. We do have sprint points very early on after kilometer 15. That's why these 3 dudes are probably down the road already. We have a rider from Arkea B&B Hotels here. Yeah, I need some pronunciations here. Where's T. Reuven when you need him? R. Stanley in the mix here. Here we go. Dude, R. Stanley, yeah, I came on a little bit late. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. R. Stanley, you're too kind to the channel. I really appreciate it. Especially on days when maybe I'm not super on fire. R. Stanley, Oklahoma, shout out. Let me just see here. Okay, so I don't know why that opened up. And I'm getting into it right now, guys. I'm getting into it. I can't see my stream. Dawn's here. Good morning. Shaka Khan. Let's get it, dude. Shaka Khan. I am like number 3, stage 2. Let's go. Guys, I thought yesterday's stage was incredible. Like, the more I thought about it yesterday, I'm like, why is this a tour I've never watched before? The amount of hitters at this stage. So we've got this guy here for Arkea B&B Hotels. T. Reuven has been designated as the official French pronunciation expert here. What's funny is that guy yesterday, what was his name? I called him Penwet. I saw him on a video last night. And I heard him pronounce it as Penwet as well. We've got Sebe de Weert here for Teams Flanders Baloise. And yeah, this dude again. I want there to be an L there. I need Alexandra. How do you say that name? We're just going to go Van Petegem. Oh, this is the dude that had the dad and the brother who are all racers. Okay, so 3 riders in the break. 2 pro-level teams. Actually, yeah, this is a pro-level team. I wasn't sure if there was any Conti teams here. There's not. So these 3 are going up front. Again, I try to devour up those sprint points early, which takes a little bit of pressure off the sprinters. They might be actually happy to see this go. They can start it a little bit slower today. We're not first passage line, so we're going to see the sprint finish. I guess, yeah, we're going to see the sprint several times. At least I will. Whoever else has subscriptions as well. I know the video for this one is a little ways away. So right now, guys, the Deutschland Tour is running right now. The Renewi Tour, a.k.a. the Benelux Tour, and the Tour de Limousine as well. That's a 2.1 race. So we got a 2.1 race, a 2 Pro race, and a 2 World Tour race. That Tour de Limousine looks like a tough one. What I can do is I'm going to just quickly jump over here. Here's our profile again. This shows in a bit more detail here. So sprint point at Blankenberge. Now you can see the bumps a little bit better here. There are more bumps this time. We enter the circuit. We will do 1, 2, 3 laps of the circuit. Finish at the 4th time around. So you'll start lap 3 there. But there's going to be 4 passages through the finish line. We do have 2 sprint points out there. And we have the green kilometer. Wow, it's less than 20 kilometers from the finish, so it's really going to speed up the race at the end, just like yesterday. And, you know, to be honest, looking at the stage yesterday, I thought, well, what's this going to be like? I thought it was really cool, that green kilometer. I will bounce into the Deutschland Tour here right now. They've already been racing for an hour and 20 minutes, 60 kilometers done. Situation here, I have no situation for you guys. There's a breakaway apparently, and 3.5 minute gap to the riders chasing them. And this one here looks a little bit lumpy, bumpy. Looks like a really good race too. I think, yeah, Wout's at this race. If we look at the start list for this one, guys, just quickly. Oops, I screwed that up, didn't I? Jonathan Milan's at this one. Lipowitz, Jordy Meus, Danny Van Poppel, Niels Paulett, McNulty, Jonathan Narvaez. Wout van Aert's over at this one. Steven Kruijswijk, Iljan van Wilder, Enkhorn, Alexander Kristoff still stage hunting. Caden Groves, so Jasper, the bigger sprinters on the other. Jasper? No, he's not at the other one, is he? It's Mathieu van der Poel's there. So I'm expecting something on Mathieu. Grant Thomas here. Yeah, lots of good names too. Oh yeah, big news from me, guys. I didn't like this morning. Yeah, daunting. If this Renewi Tour gets overlapped by the Vuelta, I'm not surprised this one goes unnoticed. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of unfortunate they have to overlap them so much. I guess there's just so much racing going on because we could see a lot more names here. What bothered me this morning, I'm going to show you this, guys, right now. I saw this last night. Looks like it hasn't been announced here, or maybe it was yesterday. Let's have another quick look here. Yeah, Derek G. Saw this yesterday. Derek G and Max Poole. Derek has been removed from the Vuelta España team. So, that hurts. I wonder what's up with him. I'm going to quickly go into La Vuelta. And when we did my little preview show, most of the teams weren't filled out. I think they're all filled out now, outside of one team. So they should all have 8 riders here. Have a quick look. Yeah, one team only had 5 as of last night. So it looks like they're all filled out now. There's probably Israel Premier Tech maybe. Nope, they were done last night too. So I think maybe Jan Hurt replaced Derek G. Those guys have been there for a while. UAE. Team Jayco Alula. Oh, I think it was Soudal. So we got Mikel Landa, Louis Vervaeke, Valentin Perry-Ponch for climbing, Junior Lesurf for climbing, Mikel Landa for climbing, Max Shackman here. It's probably their sprinter. Oh, not a sprinter. Okay, climber as well. I'm thinking of Pascal Ackerman. For some reason, I mix those two up in my head all the time. So they filled out their team lineup here. Things can still change right before the start. I think there's a rider's presentation on Thursday. I don't think I can see that. I could probably find it on the internet somewhere and just have a quick look at it, see how everyone looks. But yeah, so right now, Grenadiers. Yeah, they did finish this last night too. So for the Grenadiers, I think yesterday we only had 3 riders showing up. Bernal, Filippo Ganna, Michael Kwiatkowski, Bob Jungels. Okay, I was just going to see if Bob was retiring this year, but he's not. Thinking of someone else. Brandon Rivera-Smith, I think he's a climber. Yeah, a bit of a climber. Colombian. Magnus Sheffield. 23-year-old. Oh, I think it's... Okay, what team am I thinking of? Andrew August. What team is he on? Andrew August. Okay, where is he? I think he's quite the climber for one teams. Anyways, guys, let me just jump back into this, get situated here. They've got about a 1.8 kilometer lead right now. And we should be, I'm not sure if that's updated. Here we go. Okay. They're just over 10 kilometers right now. 11.6 kilometers done. Arsenal, again, dude, thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate all your support of the channel. I just keep driving it every day, trying to grow this puppy every day. Some days are up, some days are down. Some days I'm kind of like, what's my next move in life? I woke up super early this morning. I couldn't even go back to sleep. I think it was like 11 minutes to 3. Just stuff going on in my brain. The channel, Joey going away. What else is bugging me these days? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, I got to check the mail. I have a mailbox I got to pick up. I only look at my mail once a month. I bet you it's just jam-packed right now. Oh, I got a tax reassessment too, so I got to figure that all out. I guess I owe them $500 or something. For what? I don't know. Just Canada. But yeah, so Robert, cool to see you early this morning. Or Stanley, sorry to see you early this morning. Oklahoma, I was thinking weather. Alberta just got smashed by a really nasty storm last night. I was actually looking at it right before I got on this morning. We had some strong gusts last night, but nothing too crazy, just blowing, just annoying. We can hear it outside the house all evening long, and I'm just praying for it to die down. There's a part of southern Alberta, it's called Brooks. Trans-Canada Highway, it was shut down last night. All the power transmission lines are down. So, and I'm not talking about the little ones that you see on the side of the road, the sticks with the little wires in between. I'm talking about the big metal ones that are like gigantic. There's a ton of them that are just crumpled up on the ground. There was tornado warnings. Our tornadoes are nothing like yours down there in Oklahoma. There have been some deaths for tornadoes in Alberta, but it's just the strong gusting winds here. So I think winds were gusting, in that area, like sustained 110 kilometers an hour, so 65 miles an hour sustained. Baseball-sized hail, I just saw that too. Gonna catch up here, guys. Yeah, I'm committed, guys. I am committed. We got Muna Saad here. Muna, where are you from, dude? Hi, guys. I did already start. Yeah, dude, the race is underway here right now. I'm just following along here on Pro Cycling Stats until I get a video feed. And then I can give you a better idea as to what's going on. All the cool little things that I like to see. So we'll go through that. Spent a lot of time yesterday. You know what you should do just for fun one day if you've got nothing better to watch, if you're sick of watching Netflix. I go through the same process every night. Let's see what's on Netflix. Nothing new I want to watch. It's usually, I think I've talked about this before, it's shows I've already seen that they recreate in other countries in a different language. So some crime detective show, I'm like, oh yeah, I've already seen that one. Why is this familiar? It's a French version of it, or it's a German version, same show. And they're all fake. Then I go to Prime. I have a little bit better luck with Prime. Then I might even go to Tubi and try to find some bad horror movie to watch. Then I always go to YouTube. Anyways, guys, go on YouTube. Just go search all the World Tour teams and even the Pro Series teams. A lot of them have really good content. So I watched a ton of Unibet Titama content last night. Some Groupama FDJ. I did watch the UAE We're Number One, or the Road to Number One. Probably going to be really good. Their main dude, though, what's his name? Mauro Giannotti or something like that. I think he seems like he could be a cult leader. So we'll just park that there. I just need to be able to see the stream, guys, so I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, thank you, dudes, for being here. Everyone that's here early today. Remember, it's going to be even earlier starts for La Vuelta. I think day one is 4:55 in the morning for me. Okay, R. Stanley, tornado season peaks around May, although there have been many tornadoes recorded in December in Oklahoma. Yeah, you just never know, right? I mean, and ours are nothing like yours. Like I said, there was a trailer park that got hit in Edmonton quite a few years ago in the 80s. There was a pretty violent one that killed people at a campground, maybe 40 minutes from where I live. I actually had a roof torn off a barn on my property. And when I say a roof, the barn was probably 80 feet long. And it wasn't like modern construction. It was what I would call farmer construction. So everything was built out of like the heaviest timbers you can imagine. this place is so overbuilt. All my posts here aren't just traditional wooden posts. They're old railway ties, like the big ones. So I would say they're probably 8 inches by 8 inches square, pressure treated. That's it. But this 80-foot long section of a lean-to barn, so the wind got under it. And it was probably 12 to 14 foot wide, got thrown through the air, took down a power line to my pump house, to my water, smashed through a fence. A lot of it ended up laying in the field right there, but some of it kept going, took down a metal fence. They probably do it in Oklahoma too, I would imagine. R. Stanley, let me know if they do this. So because we've got so much oil field here, I know Oklahoma has a ton of oil fields as well. They tend to make a lot of farm fences out of old oil field rods, old pipe. Do they do that there? Let me know. That happens all the time here. It's great metal. Once it's been kind of worn out, they don't use it anymore. Dream's in the mix. Hey Dream, good morning. It smashed through my metal fence. It flipped over from that. Once I got the water going later that day, because the power line had to be fixed, I got a bucket truck guy to come out that day as he was leaving for the long weekend. He swung out to help me. Got my water on. I had very little pressure. I'm like, what's going on here? That chunk of fence that went flying probably, I bet you my property is, I think my property is like 6 point something acres by 4 point something acres. It's 25 acres in total. It's probably 4 acres wide. So, it ended up, the well house is probably almost in the middle of the property. So the roof probably flew 350 to 400 feet. Well, what had happened was I had an old automatic waterer out in the field for the cattle. And that last bit of roof severed the water right off, sheared it off right at the concrete. So there was water gushing out there the whole day that I didn't know about. So yeah, tornadoes, I'm not a fan of them. I am not a fan of them. So that happened here, but where I live is very uncommon. We get lots of tornado warnings. It just ends up being really strong winds. But that one here, it did damage in Didsbury before it got to us. There was a house destroyed, I think 2 summers ago, maybe 5 miles from here. I'm in eastern Oklahoma, which is known as green country. Most oil production takes place in other parts of the state. I have not seen many events of this type. Yeah, so they take basically old drill pipe. And once it gets worn out, it's not really good for drilling anymore. But you can make really, really great fences out of it. A lot of guys around here who have cattle operations, instead of using wood, will use metal pipe. There's many old relics from the oil fields, such as derricks, pumps, and other equipment used as decoration, which is common. Yeah, there's lots of that here too. Some of the problem we have the Orphan Well Association in Alberta. It's basically to take care of wells that actually got orphaned. So a company is there one day and then it's gone the next. So there's basically no one to pay for the cleanup of those wells. You know, it's not I think people think we have a weird term in Alberta. So when you put a well to bed, when you properly reclaim it, what do they call it? Reclamation and, yeah, you got to make sure, yeah, there's 2 words. They both start with an R. You got to put the land back to the way it was. You reclaim the land, and there's another one too. Everything's got to be removed. Stuff's got to be put back the way it was. That is actually called an abandoned well. Well, I guess you can abandon it first. Abandoned just basically means they put stuff down the hole, basically cement, and plug off all the perforations, all the holes where the good stuff came out of in the past. They put plugs in, they cut off the wellhead, they weld it shut, all that kind of stuff, right? Put huge amounts of cement down there, and again, all the plugs down lower. That's abandoned. But there's also another term when people think abandoned means you just left it alone. They kind of associate that with it being an orphan well. It's not. An abandoned well in Alberta is the government term saying you did it the right way. We also have orphaned wells, which are ones that have been forgotten about. Robert here. Morning to the cult of Colin from my 581 square foot condo in Oregon. Shaka Khan, an excellent musical suggestion, so I went with it. Dude, I love it. Dude, you're up so early, man. I don't know how you do it every day. You're living on my time zone, I guess. It's going to slowly start building here today, guys. I think there's been a lot of interest in this race. I can see the views. I don't get too obsessed about them. But this race has a lot more interest than, say, the Tour of Denmark or even the Tour of Romandy. I've noticed that right away. Current situation, guys, is 3 riders out front. They're going to get those points. They're already through it, actually. As I was blathering on about tornadoes and weather patterns here. Gotta say this, though, guys. Woke up this morning, and I had to shut the front door. So I leave my front door open all night. We got like a magnetic thing for the bugs, and so the dogs, if they get up, they can go out. It was probably 42 degrees Fahrenheit last night. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta close the door. I have got to close my door. Yeah, a little bit too cold already. We do have some nice weather coming up, though. Okay, so guys, Renewi Tour. It's going to be the same thing as yesterday. This green kilometer is so critical. Sprinters will be hanging on to the end. There is that 10 seconds again. We'll take a look at the actual GC here from yesterday. So you can see here, Rui Oliveira, not involved in the sprint, 2nd place overall. Who else was there? It wasn't Deli. Was it Dries de Bont? Yeah, it was Dries de Bont. Dries de Bont, 3rd place overall, not involved in the sprint. Involved in the green kilometer. And then Jared Drisner's here as well. Not involved in the sprint, as far as I could see. 6th place overall right now because he was involved in the green kilometer. So, different ways to go at this one. Do you go for sprint wins every day? Do you go for those time bonuses every day? We all know these kinds of races, the time splits at the finish are going to be very close. We're not going to be separated by minutes in the top 5. It's going to be seconds for these flat races after the Tour de France. But you can see here, like actual GC yesterday. Tim Rillier, sprinter. Arnaud Delis, sprinter. Juan Sebastian Milan, sprinter. Pavel Bittner, sprinter. Girmay, sprinter. Ben Turner, decent sprint. Wouldn't call him like an all-out sprinter, though. More of an all-rounder. Probably had really good positioning yesterday. Olav Koy, obviously sprinter. Ballerini tends to have a pretty decent sprint. Fernando Gaviria. So it's all the sprinters up here fighting it out. And our green kilometer boys. So the green kilometer is a really cool concept. Actually gives other styles of riders a chance to compete against the sprinters overall for the GC. I wonder if the Deutschland Tour does anything like that. I'm going to take a quick look at that right now, guys. So yeah, I think we got full lineups for the Vuelta a España here. Still going to be fantastic. So Derek G, I think Derek G could have been a top 5. I mean, that guy's such a good cyclist. We will go to the Deutschland Tour here. Soren Varenskold, he is the GC leader right now. Time trial. It was only like a 3.1 kilometer TT yesterday. They did it on road bikes. Sam Watson, TT specialist as well for Ineos Grenadiers. You can see here, I think he lost it by like 0.32 of a second. Let me just catch up here. Yeah, T. Royven circuit finished today as well. Let me just jump back to the here for you quickly. It looks like there was a circuit at the beginning on the maps. And you can see here at the finish line, we got first passage of the finish line, second, third passage. Oh, we got a 4th passage. So I think we're going to see the finish line actually 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still not at the finish, so we're going to loop all the way around, obviously, back to the finish line again for a 5th time around. So they'll know the sprint finish. I'll be able to see it and kind of figure out how I think they should approach it. Eyes are shot today. Fernando Gaviria must be like 52 years old now. He'll be racing track this winter. Dude loves to race. We better take a look at him. Fernando Gaviria, what did I say he was? Right here. 52. He's 31, dude. He's 31 years old. 31. I would have said the same thing. I would have thought he was like 40. He probably doesn't like to hear that. Dude, you look old. Dude, you look so old. One of those. Jasper Philipsen. Yeah, that's right. Jasper is going to La Vuelta, which kind of boggles my mind a little bit, only because... okay, sorry guys, didn't want to do that. I'm all over the place today. Colin's getting a little fruity over here, guys. Getting quite fruity. Okay, so the sprint, We got Seb de Weert, then it was Van Petegem, and then Epis, we'll call him that for now. I cannot say that first name. T. Royven, how do I say this guy's first name? What do you think about this one? Well, I guess he's Italian. Italian racing for a French team. I just like Epis. We'll go with Epis for now. Morning R. Okay, so Robert's asking R, what's the R? I did call him Robert this morning. Could be Richard. Racer. Rider. Those are my first guesses. Rodrigo. That's a good one. Rodrigo. I'm going to keep checking here in case they do decide to show us stuff early today. Let's pray they show us some stuff early, guys. Let's get it. Just kind of pops up. It'll say live. And we're off. So yeah, Friday, guys. Joey Jojo heading to Vegas for the week with the girls. The girls being the daughters. So they're going to have a fun week down there. Colin will be home alone. 100% dedicated to cycling. Plus dealing with the other stuff I talked about. So yeah, I got a tax assessment from 2023. So this year is 2025. So I've already done 2024's. I think it's got something to do. I have a little company that I don't even use anymore. It just costs me money every year. And I think because I haven't filed for it, they've said, okay, we're going to take whatever we think you have for income there. We're going to throw it on your personal. I think that's what they did. So I'm in the midst of like actually shutting that down. Because like I said, it just costs me money every year. Yes, to you, Royven, I would go with Epis 2. That's a hard one, isn't it? Come on, Flow Bikes. Just refresh properly. There we go. Why do you do that? I just don't understand. Just refresh. Come on. Yeah, so there's people down south in Alberta right now. Brooks, they said they're going to be down for power like a minimum of a week. So it's not like just a bucket truck coming out and putting the power back up on your line. There's aluminum metal things crumpled all over the ground, like a row of them. It's not just one or two. The pictures I saw, I would say like 20 to 30 of them in the picture, just all crumpled. Imagine going without power for a week. Eee, that's hard. That's really hard. No power, if you live in the country, no water. So everyone will be scrambling for generators now. People are all, and then there's people, then I look on Facebook, all this stuff. You're like, well, your solar's not going to work now. It's all this kind of stuff. Yes and no. The problem with solar here is most people don't have batteries. You just sell it back to the grid. So if the grid's down, you're down. You're just helping the grid out in the summertime, and they're giving it all back to you in the wintertime. So they are right in that case. Most people don't have big battery banks here. 24.3 kilometers done. 2 minutes, 20-second gap here. Still got to through it. I think they're going to be out front for quite a while, guys. Let's go take a look at the Deutschland Tour for a little bit as well. So we saw the prologue yesterday, and it was a banger, guys. Yeah, look at this here. Samuel Watson, Ineos Grenadiers, 0.52 seconds behind Soren Verenskold. Soren Verenskold was really, really strong at the Tour of Denmark. Let's take a look at him here quickly. Tour of Denmark, he got 6 in the in the individual time trial there. Won stage 2. Now wins the prologue at Essen. Again, only 3.1 kilometers, guys. Not even 2 miles. On-road bikes. Marco Haller, Lawrence Pithy, Wout van Aert. Wout was 2 minutes down. You miss one corner, you could lose 2 seconds, though. If you're just off by the tiniest bit. Who else do we got here? Brandon McNulty finished 11th. Pascal Enkhorn. Okay, this is interesting here. Does he have a brother? Enkhorn. I thought I saw him signed up for Vuelta, but I guess I'm just mistaken that right now. Luc Lamperti, sprinter, we saw him at the Czech Tour. I think it was Czech Tour. Jonathan Milan ended up 5 seconds down. Yeah, you watch Soren Verenskold. Even on a road bike, he is so low. He is so aerodynamic. Jonathan Milan basically did a 3.1 kilometer sprint all the way. That's what he was doing the entire way. Just pure wattage to get him through it. Does not look like a good time trialist. Well, compared to us, he'd be a good time trialist, but yeah, so really nice lineup here. Obviously, I think the Renewi Tour has a stronger lineup Just depends who goes where. I'm sure they're all looking at it too. Like Jonathan Milan's going, where's Tim going? Okay, I'm going to go to the other race. I'm sure they both do that. They don't want to admit it, but, you know, go for a win where you can, right? Go for wins where you can. August is super important. Actually, take a look at, if you look at Titema Rocket's YouTube page, they talk about how important August is to them to get UCI points. Like the push is on for them right now to try to get the World Tour. Get up there, or at least get to the top 2 rungs of Pro Series so they get automatic invites to all the big wildcard events. So generally, automatic invites go to the first 2 teams in the Pro Series. The rest are selected by the race organizers depending on what they've done for the year. It's pretty fascinating too when you actually look into all the teams and how they're fighting for positions. So yeah, I added Unibet Titema Rockets last night. I added UAE. I mean, I watched the videos, but I said, okay, I'm going to subscribe to them, and I'm just going to watch all their videos. Groupama FDJ. Astana looks like they got a pretty good site. Oh yeah, don't forget, Team Jayco always is a good one. I didn't add them. I didn't get to them last night, but they usually have good videos. You just get you learn a lot about the cyclists that are out there that you've never heard of. Domestiques, things like that just aren't at the front. UAE was basically, the first 15 minutes I watched was just basically Mr. UAE himself. Janetti, whatever his name is. Well, what I can probably do is I can figure out his name right now. Here's UAE. Here's the team. Yeah. Right here. Mauro Gianetti, general manager. Let's take a look at this guy. When did he race? Last races. Did he really race then? I don't know. No, he couldn't have. Yeah, sports director way back then. But Teams is a rider. So he was racing up till 2002. So he would have made it to, he was 38 years old racing. Yeah, he was born in 64. Ooh, that dude's 60. He was born in 64. He's 61. Wow. I'm thinking he's 81. Hate to break it to you, dude. You look old. Team Coast, I do remember that team. Polte's still around right now. It's Team Polte Visit Malta right now. They're starting. Ooh, Festina. Mape. Just pointing these teams out. I don't know why I'm pointing them out. Festina, Mape. Interesting stuff right there, guys. Very interesting stuff. Now is the general manager for the biggest team in the world, guys. UAE. Yes. It's amazing how much staff they have, too. Like, look at all the staff members they have here. Fabio Baldado. That name is so familiar to me. Yes, dude. I wish they had a picture of this dude. 57. He's so old, isn't he? We can do it right here. View rider page. Here he is, Fabio Baldado. I remember this name very well. Lamprey. Last race, 2008. Rode for Lamprey, Fassa Bortolo. So these guys all have jobs later on in cycling. Makes sense. What else can they do, right? So I definitely know that name for sure. Maybe Jan Palank here too. Do I remember this name? He was up until 2023. So this guy's recently retired. But yeah, so the first UAE video I watched was this dude here. Just kind of talking a lot. The vision of UAE. Yeah, it's quite strange actually. Poggy just kind of sat there quietly, didn't say much. I don't know if he's even in the video really, just sits in the background. Got a couple flat tires here. Must have been something on the road there. Cesc Bowles and Cedric Boulens for Lotto. Definitely Astana. Take a look at the Astana YouTube page, guys. It's just a ton of good racing, and you'll also find the women's stuff there generally. Okay, so yep, T. Royven still saying go with the R. Or Epis, I mean. And just want to take a look at one thing here, guys. Okay, we are still live chat. Okay, that's good. Slow start today for everyone. Yeah, Fernando Gaviria, 52 years old. 31. You're only out by 21 years, Robert. Only out by 21 years. We're down to 1 minute 50, they're saying now. Just had that pop up. Has come down a lot in the last 15 minutes. I don't know why they're pushing right now. And what I'll do now, guys, I'm going to jump back to the Deutschland Tour. So I have no video feed of either ones right now. Robert, if Charlie Wagela started a cult, I would probably check it out. He's got a really good book. So where does Charlie work right now? He was DS for a team. I don't know where he is right now. I think I saw something recently too. Everyone probably remembers Matt White, Aussie. Yeah, I think he's just kind of retired. I think he's done doing the DS stuff. And I think it was a case, I'll have to look into it, but I thought he said some things like, yeah, the whole racing scene's changed too much. Let's get into this stage here over at the Deutschland Tour here. So both races on at the same time. I'll take a look at the profile quickly. So this one is Lampier. So we're in Germany here. You can see a lot of mountains here in the southeast corner of this map. Starting at Essen and going up to Herford. Okay, that's easier than I thought it was going to be. 2 sprint points, 3 climbing points, sprint points at the end. This one here looks like a bonus points. That's probably for time bonifications. As we like to say, I'm the only person in the world that uses that word anymore. Outside of old school Tour de France, cycling commentary. Here he is right now. I mentioned his name earlier, Andrew August. Andrew August is at the Deutschland Tour. Yeah, young dude. Oh, it's this dude. I looked this guy up before. This is the guy that was riding at Burgos. And he was in a breakaway one day. Look at this. 9th place. This dude is like just barely 1 year out of high school. 1 year out of high school. I went through this before, guys. If you've never seen this, you guys all have. I know you have because there's not a lot of people watching right now. So it's 2025 right now. What was he doing last year? Oh, he's riding World Tour for the Ineos Grenadiers. When he was 18. What was I doing when I was 18? Living in my mom and dad's basement. Wondering what to do with my life. Working at a minimum wage job. I think I moved out pretty quick. I moved out of home within about 6 months. I just couldn't be there. Sounds like the cats are destroying the basement today. Love the animals, but sometimes, just makes you wonder. So Andrew August here for Ineos Grenadiers. This is a guy for the future right here. Finished 16th overall at the Vuelta a Burgos. Tour of Austria, 5th place. Guys, this is one of my favorite parts of doing this, is looking at the stats of these riders. I couldn't have told you who finished 5th at the Tour of Austria, but just consistency. 5th place there. Tour de Suisse, 49th place. And actually, if you look at the Tour of Austria, he's got 2 top 3 finishes. He's got 2 second place finishes, stage 2 and 3. He was right there. Finished 9th on day 1, 10th on day 4. Wow, I want to go take a look at this Tour of Austria. Okay, so Isaac Del Toro won that race. Archie Ryan, okay, I think he's at the Vuelta. Rafa Maika was there. Andrew August, there's Leonard Kamna, Esteban Chavez, Groschartners. Oh, cool. Markel Balaki's there. That's Josiba's son. So at this race, he was 1 minute 47 seconds down on Isaac Del Toro as a 19-year-old. So I think that's pretty cool to see. So he is in the breakaway right now with 3 others. Vincent Dorn, Miguel Heidemann, and Jean Noel. Looks like tour teammates for Rem Radnet. Okay, that's a continental team here. So since we're riding a Pro Series race, it's a 2.pro race, you're going to see a bunch of continental riders in this mix. So this is more seeing the guys who are just starting out. Well, not starting out, but just third tier. So here's the World Tour teams. There won't be as many. If we do a quick count here, again, different rules. Pro Series race, 2, 4, I think I see 10. Yeah, I see 10 World Tour teams. There's probably 18 teams in total. We got 2 continental level teams here, Remb and Bikeaid. Seen Bikeaid before. Q36.5 Pro, Israel Permatech Pro, Team Total Energies Pro, Tudor Pro, Uno X Pro, World Tour next year, I hope. So that's what's going on over there, guys. Maybe we'll read here. I'm pretty sure that everyone in every sport for the entire existence of professionals have pushed the limits of legality at one time or exactly. Yeah, totally. Lots of Charlie on the EF videos during the tour, on the bus, in the car. Oh, so Charlie's over at EF, is he? Okay. I kind of forgot where he was. I did read his book, Domestique. That's a really good cycling book. When I was... God, my eyes are bad today, guys. Actually, I am waiting for my new contacts right now. When I was 18, I was a freshman college, voted against Bill Clinton and when working at a supermarket. Yeah, and these guys are riding World Tour. World Tour. Let's look at him again. This guy is living the dream. Rochester, so that's New York, I believe. Yeah, that's New York, unless there's another Rochester somewhere. So he turns 20 later this year in October. Has already done the Tour of Austria. What did he do last year? 2024? Let's see what he did. Oh, here's one of them. This Giro dell'Emilia, guys. This is a race coming up I'm doing. It's not till October. He DNF'd that one. He was doing the World Championships road race last year. He was competing at the World Championships individual time trial last year. Grand Prix of Montreal, Grand Prix of Quebec. They're still coming up this year. Actually, all these races are still coming up. He did the Tour de l'Avenir, like the Tour de France Young Guys event. He did the Vuelta a Burgos, didn't finish it last year. Did the Czech Tour, 7th overall. Tour of Austria, 28th overall. Tour of Slovenia. Again, I was living in my mom and dad's basement, probably playing Nintendo, probably Super Nintendo. Just absolutely dominating life myself. Wow, look at this dude go. He did the UAE Tour. He would have been 18 years old here. It's so early. This is February of last year. He hadn't turned 19 yet. What about the year before? The year before... Okay, so this is when he's more back in the States. Oh, and doing a lot of junior races. Green Mountain Stage Race. A lot of these I don't know. But yeah, you can see a lot of other small races here. How did he get over here? Okay, this one's been going forever. The Redlands Bicycle Classic, that's been going forever. Valley of the Sun Stage Race. These looks like some cool races too. This sounds like it is an American race. Back in February. How is he doing this race? Did he get a long weekend off school? That's 2 years ago. 2022, what was he doing? Over in Switzerland. How? Vuelta Junior. 2nd place overall. Insane. Laurent des Valais, 2nd place overall. Are you sure he's 19? Maybe he's 39 with that record. Okay, good job, dude. Andrew August, whoever you are, bro. I think you need to come on my podcast, my YouTube channel for a little interview. I'd love to do that. Okay, so those guys, 4 guys are in the break, guys. Sorry, I love doing stuff like that, though. That's the only way we're going to know who these riders are. Okay, guys, yeah, and I've missed this part here. Splitting the Peloton, guys. That's because it's saying down below. You can see it right now. I'm kind of leaning around 2 screens here, as you can see. The wind speed is 28 kilometers per hour out of... I hate when they say this. North. Going north or out of the north? I always say out of. That's enough to smash the Peloton right there. Current speed, 65k an hour. So it's going to be a tailwind. That's what they're saying. So it's coming from the north. I know they're heading from the coast inland. They're not that far inland, though, and the winds are going to be strong all day. What we should do maybe is take a little look back. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to open up this again. And what I can do here for you is, I think if we go to stage 2 and we click here. There's our profile, little lumps. Ooh, yeah, right here, guys. So the wind, apparently, it says their speed right now is 65k an hour. I think it's a huge tailwind, almost a 30k an hour tailwind. They're hammering. They're through this stuff here. This turn in direction right here is going to hurt. So the north wind's coming out. If it's out of the north, that makes sense to me. That's going to break the Peloton apart. And every time they take a different bend, even these little bends could hurt. This one for sure, Peloton, Echelon Action there probably. Just see how it goes. So yeah, they are saying they're splitting the Peloton. Okay, now they're saying the split is undone, so they're pulling it back together. Ooh, I'd love to see this right now. Would love to see this. Come on, Flow Bikes. We're a little ways away. Dawn, I still ride around town with my Festina jersey. It looks cool. People don't understand. Most of my friends think it's a cool looking shirt. Dude, I have a Festina watch. So Festina is a watchmaker. Way back when I first met Joey Jojo, I bought a Festina watch. Oh, and this is well after the whole Festina incident. What was that, 97? That was 98, I think? Maybe it was sooner. I think that was the year that only 15 teams finished the Tour de France. I think they were started with 21. 6 teams were either kicked out or withdrew themselves. Primarily Spanish teams. Yeah, I had the big watch. I do have the big watch. I can probably find it around here. If you guys gave me a few minutes, I could probably find it. It weighs about 1.5 pounds on your wrist. I got it and I was like, I can't wear this thing. It's way too big. It's probably like a 50 mil watch. If you guys into what? I'm sure you guys are into watches. I'm sure you are. I got a couple of okay, nice little watches. That was kind of like my first watch. I like beater watches, and I'll have a few nicer watches. I think my best watch would be my Longines dive watch. I have a really nice Hamilton Frogman. Let's talk watches, guys. 98. Okay, so it was 98. Derek G, Andrew. Yeah, dude, that's what I should be doing. I really should. Especially all the Canadians, reach out to them. You know what I would do? I think I'm going to message them. And I started doing it a few days ago. I started following some riders on Instagram a little bit more. Because, dude, I hate to say it, it is all about self-promotion. I just hate promoting myself. I can't stand it. Frustrates me. 30-second gap, guys. So it is coming down right now. They're coming back together. Now they're saying the average speed is only 37.8k an hour. Which way is the wind coming from here? That kind of makes me think they're being battered by the winds right now. Maybe they're coming from a different direction. And so they're going to be sped up, slowed down, sped up, slowed down. 33.5 kilometers done. Yeah, they're not moving fast at all, are they? They've been racing for 53 minutes, and they've only done 34 kilometers, which is still pretty fast. But for these guys, nah. Yesterday, they were rolling at like 48, 49k an hour the whole day. So the winds are really impacting this race today. Yeah, you're right, Robert. Interviews Nicholas Zukowski. Derek G, Alice J. You know what? I bet you Derek G's the kind of dude. I guarantee you, if I sent him a message, I think he would respond. I really think he would. He just looks like a total normal Canadian dude to me. I would just maybe send him a link to one of my videos. So yeah, dude, this is what I do. Andrew August, Allison Jackson, exactly. Dude, I should be doing that. Maybe that's what I'll be doing after race season's over. Don't bug them whilst they're racing. Skagen. Yeah, I've heard of that brand before. I have a couple currently rocking an Armatron timepiece. My kids can't read an analog clock. Yeah, I've got my starter Seikos, which I still wear. I think everyone has. Oh, what's the brand? The one dude, Citizen. Citizen has a really, really good, cheap, low end dive watch. The solar powered one, the Eco Drive. I mean, I think you can pick them up for like $180. They're like bomb proof, those watches. You just got to charge them. I think at full charge, they have a charge for 9 months. I put that thing on when I'm working outside. Inside Cycling World would like to invite you to join Colin, the dude, and his World Rounds for a short visit on the program. Let me know a good time. Yeah, dude, that's good. I like that. I do like that. Because you know what, too? All these dudes that don't want to self-promote, because that's their job, too. Self-promotion. Promote themselves, promote the team. They probably hate it as much as I do. Just join for a quick little chit-chat. Dude, I could do that on any of the, video chat programs. I would definitely do it as a video. I would just screen record all of it through OBS, and then I could edit it a little bit later. Those I would probably edit. I think. I don't know how I do it. I don't know. I'm always thinking about that, you guys. Like, how do I get my videos to a better audience? Is it better as a video? Is it the live? I prefer to live stream. One, I'm lazy. I don't like editing. I've done it before. It's easy. I've done videos. I have a video. It's the Call to Tourmalet ride. So I did it with Steven Cycles. I don't know how long it took us. An hour and 45 minutes up the Tourmalet. What is that? 19 kilometers at 7%. Then what I did was I sped up the video in places because it's kind of slow to watch at one time replay. Sped it up, and then I would slow it down in sections. I put some text in, little things I learned about that the current Tourmalet does not go over the old Tourmalet. There's part of it. What's it called? It's a road that's named after Laurent Fignon. I forget it right now. But you can see and you can ride the old route, the Laurent Fignon route, which is just up the side of the mountain a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Worst thing they could say is who the F are you and F no. Yeah, totally. Dude, that's why I think it would be good if I sent them a video like, hey, dude, skim this video as fast as you want so you know I'm not just some troll that just wants to make fun of you. Watch the video. Maybe I could do what I should be doing is approaching people who I've covered well at races, maybe. Like Zukowski would be one. Like, hey, dude, this is where I talk. Dude, that'd be so easy for me to do. I just got to go back through that 5-hour video and find the part where I was talking to his dad and say, hey, dude, I was talking to your dad. And then he might go like, okay, dude, I'll do it. I can give you 15 minutes. Sure. Right now, probably not, but after the race season's over, probably be good content for the channel over the winter. Like, what do these guys get up to over the winter? How do they stay busy? How much training are they doing? Do they switch to cross-country skiing? Does he come home to Quebec? I think that's where he's from. I know his parents have a place in Phoenix. His dad said that in the live stream itself. Down to 30 seconds here, guys. I'm going to bounce back to the German tour here. Over to the Deutschland tour. Still showing a 2:47 gap. So Andrew August at the front again. He's 9 seconds out of the lead. So the guy is a good time trialist too. You know, not maxed out time trial. Problem with Andrew August too, and this is not a problem, but just the point system on PCS. He's so new, just doesn't have a lot of results in them. So as you can see here, how PCS works, he's got 0 sprint. That's because he hasn't earned any PCS points in probably a sprint stage. The points are slightly different than UCI. Sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're higher. Take a look at Vuelta a Burgos. For getting 16th at the Burgos, he only got 5 UCI points. Those points are more important, but he got 16 PCS points. Then if you look at the Tour of Austria, it flip-flops. 28 points for 5th there in PCS, but 50 for the Tour of Austria. How that gets decided, I don't know. But having a strong year. Yeah, having a strong year for sure. Guy of the future right here. This could be... Maybe we are looking for Ineos's next GC rider. This guy? I think it could be this guy right here. I need to talk to him. Okay, Power is start the game. I think you're asking, is the stage on? Dude, the stage is on. There's no video yet. There's no World Tour feed yet at all, and it's a little ways away, so I'm just trying to keep things going here. Guys, again, like I said, super pumped up about this weekend. Get ready for La Vuelta. It's going to be a big shift for me. I kind of look at it and I'm like, ooh, I'm so excited. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of time, Colin. That's a lot of time, bro. I just try to put it into context. So it's 21 actual stages, probably 4 to 5 hours per day. I'm just going to round it to, I don't know, let's just round it to 4.5. Some days might be closer to 6. So that's 90 hours. Well, it's 95 hours of streaming. Plus, you know, the stuff I do beforehand, the stuff I do afterwards. So, like, in those 3 weeks, you're basically working a 2-week job. 2 weeks full-time work. doing that. So it's a lot of work, but I love it. A lot of work, but I love it. Guys, yeah, it's windy here. 39.6 k an hour. Wind speed 24.5 k an hour. And, let's take a look at the virtual points classification now. So Tim Merlier still has 30. There would have been points at that first spot today. So who got those points today? At Blankenberge, Breakaway riders got them. So they've been gone a long time now. Yeah, that's right. They have been. When we jumped online here today, we were only 6 minutes into the race. We were probably like less than 4 kilometers in. Maybe 5 kilometers. So the Breakaway got them, and I think there's only points. Oh, there is points to 4. Michael Lamprecht got the remaining points. It goes down to 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 points. So if you look at the points today and we try to look at the points at the finish, 30, it has not shown any points for today yet. So they're not showing up here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Rolling on, guys, rolling on. So they are saying that the average speed is just like really came up now. The average speed after 1 hour is now 46 k an hour. So now we're back on track here. I bet you they must have been changed wind direction, and for the last little while they've been hauling again. Because for a while there was so slow in those crosswinds, I think. So I bet you there's like an epic battle going on out there right now. Must be insanity out there in those winds. Like 28 k an hour. Guys, that's like 18 mile an hour wind. You know what that's like when you're riding your bike, right? Yeah, that's tough. And then you got to think too, it's probably gusting to 35, 23, 24 miles an hour at times. Riders at the front start pushing. Roads get skinny. You're shelled out the back. Okay, we're just looking at riders on the road. I'm going to look through some stats, you guys. But yeah, that current speed earlier, 65 k an hour, that must have been with a monstrous tailwind. I think we did have someone this morning drop out early. Where is that now? Yeah, so they're saying it's a moderate breeze. To me, 28 k an hour is where it's getting annoying. And they do say direction north. Tim Merlier in the blue jersey, that's the GC here. Arnaud Delis, the points jersey, which is kind of a, what do you call that, a turquoise? A bluey green? Is that turquoise? Yeah, like a peacock color. Colby Simmons, the youngster, orange jersey, which is youth, orangey red maybe. Sprints. Oh, that's interesting. Sprints is Seb de Weert. So they have GC points youth sprints. Let's take a look at this one quickly here so I can figure this out. No, that's not what I want to look at there. I want to come back here now. So they got general, points, mountains. No mountains. They do have a sprints jersey. And they have a points jersey as well. So points is Tim Merlier. Arnaud Delis will be wearing it today, since Tim is the GC leader. What is the sprints jersey? Okay, we're going to figure that out, guys. Once I get some video feed, maybe I can figure that out. Yeah, pre-dawn, Shaka Khan, a good start to the day. Guys, yesterday on my way home, I was thinking about coming around for 709er. I don't know why I was thinking about that in my head. If you guys don't, I think Dawn's looked that up. Aliens, best way to find it, YouTube, everything for YouTube, guys. My daughter actually said to me a few days ago, she said, I'm surprised you don't have a YouTube premium account, Colin, for the amount of YouTube you watch. I spend probably a half hour every night on the couch. Joey's like, let's find something to watch, which means, here, Colin, here's the remote, because I don't know how to find things to watch for us. I take it, I spend half an hour looking, and I'm like, okay, straight to YouTube. That's it. Done. We're over. Like, Netflix does nothing for me. I've been a Netflix subscriber. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that, guys. I've been a Netflix subscriber since it first came to Canada. And before that, I was on the DVD delivery service. Do you guys remember that? You guys must. You guys are all old like me. I'm probably like the grandpa here. Technically not yet, and hopefully not anytime soon. But the good old days when Netflix used to do DVD deliveries. So you go online. I don't even know what the website looked like. You go online, and in the mail, they would mail you like 2 DVDs. Once you finish your 2 DVDs and you said they were back returned, you get like a little envelope, slide them back in, slip it in the mailbox, returned. Then you could order 2 more. Once you said, it was kind of like an honor system, I guess. Up here in Canada, it wasn't called Netflix. It was called zip.ca. Zip, Z-I-P, Z-I-P, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so time gaps really come down to 21 seconds here now, guys. They're just not letting us get away today. There's going to be some teams wanting to do some stuff today. Now the speed's looking decent here. You can burn a lot of hours on Huberman podcasts. I should know that. I'm not sure what that is, Robert. T. Royven's still young. T. Royven, someone's got to be young here, bro. Someone's got to be young. Living in Mauritius, dude. I love it. But yeah, so zip.ca. And so I'm guessing that maybe in Canada, it must have been Netflix at the time. They just gave it a different name up in Canada. Was Netflix always Netflix? I think in the States too, they still have the boxes where you can do the DVDs, where you pick them up there and then you just return them to the box. Don't they have that? Dawn, Netflix delivered 2 movies, then you send them back and they sent you 2 more. I totally had it. Yeah, so, okay, Dawn up here, it was called zip.ca. That's what it was called. I never canceled my zip.ca account. It became Netflix up here. Dawn had Netflix and Blockbuster online. You know, I hate to say like it was better in the old days, but I think a lot of young people, and my girls probably remember, it's going to the video store on a Friday night and picking out movies. That was part of the experience. You know, like, okay, let's jump in the car. We'll go pick up some burgers, and we'll go to the video store and rent 3 movies that we got for the whole weekend. There was something about doing that was really fun. It was kind of more family time. Now it's all just like, what can we watch as quick as possible? Oh, and we got it for the whole weekend, so you can watch it whenever you feel like it. Let's just all sit in our little cubes of death. Redbox, that's what it was called. Redbox had faded away. So yeah, I think zip.ca up here just might have been another brand name for Netflix. Because at that point, all of a sudden I had Netflix. I'm like, huh? Remember when Netflix jacked their prices up way back when and they thought the company was going to go under? I was like, okay, what, you increased the price by $3? Then I got an apology letter from the CEO and I'm like, for what? I think it was really cheap way back when. I think it was like $8 or $9 a month. And they went to like $9. Oh, this has ruined Netflix. All the experts that are out there that we all have to listen to on a daily basis that really know nothing. Yeah, love going to Blockbuster. There are still stores that are still dominating, old school stores, where you can go. I actually thought about doing it a while back. Just having like my daughter's like that, Addison, the younger one. She was, I don't know. She's out of school now. She's working as a dental assistant. And she was going, hey, Colin, did Mom tell you I bought 3 books? I'm like what? Like audiobooks, digital? How'd you buy them? And she goes, no, I like the feel of a real book when I read now. I'm like, it's pretty good for a 20-year-old, I think. Because I mostly read digital. Dawn, there was a video rental by me who would have a popcorn so we could have some popcorn. Yeah, dude, that's what Blockbuster did here. You'd cruise around, get the popcorn. Oh, okay. Dude, I do know the name. Andrew Huberman, Stanford prof who does long-form interviews and podcasts. A better educated Joe Rogan. Lots. Dude, I'll have to get on that one. I've got so many cycling ones right now I'm going through. Again, some I love, some I hate. It doesn't take me long to decide I hate it. When it's too polished, I'm out. I'm completely out. I like a little rough around the edges in a podcast. Who am I listening to right now? Actually, I was listening to, I think, one called Recycle, which is just a history. Lots of good history things, so I wonder if I can even find it right now. So, shows that I got. Okay, I am listening to Cycling Legends Media once in a while. Oh, I'm also listening to How to Become a Pro Cyclist by Jack Burke. He's that dude that was a pro at one point. And I think he broke the Alpe d'Huez record. Flat tire for Roger Adria. Let's take a look at Roger Adria here. Know this name very well for Red Bull. Abora Hansgrohe. Won stage 1 of the Vuelta a Burgos here. And there we go, folks. Won stage 1 of Vuelta a Burgos. That was the Hand of God incident. Just down the hill behind him between Isaac Del Toro and Giulio Ciccone. 50th place overall. Looks like his last day he had a rough one. So kind of up and down here. Look at this. First on stage 1, 65, stage 2. Stage 3, 21, getting better. Stage 4, 15th, and then 100th place on the last stage. So kind of a rough one there. But yeah, he's got a flat tire, so he'll be going back to the car quickly here. Hopefully gets a quick wheel change. 14 seconds now on the gap. Nothing live here. Okay, I'll check that one out today. Oh yeah, so I am listening to How to Become a Pro Cyclist. He's got lots of good interviews. So if you like hearing what cyclists have to say, I still listen to Life in the Peloton with Mitch Docker. Inside the Ride, I only listen to that just to stay up to date on my whoosh. It's very UAE oriented, I find, though, because it's my whoosh, right? The Zwiftcast, they need to make a new Zwift podcast. The last one, hey Zwift, why don't you let me take it over for you? The last one, April 15th. So I think when I was on vacation last year, October, we went away. I digested all of the My Whoosh podcasts, and I got back. The Zwiftcast was gone for a long time. They brought it back. It's coming back. They brought back the original dude. Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay, so Donovan Grandin for Archaea B&B has abandoned the race. What happened to this dude? Donovan Grandin, 24-year-old French rider. Sprinter, decent in the hills. Kind of, an overall rounded rider. DNF the Tour of Poland. This guy's having a rough year. I always wonder why this happens. And I don't want to focus and be negative about the dude, but this is a rough one here. So he's DNF the Renewi Tour. He DNF Tour of Poland. French Road Race DNF. Copenhagen Sprint DNF. Duracell DNF. Antwerp DNF. Brussels DNF. This race 141st. Mercan DNF. Eschborn Frankfurt DNF. Amstel Gold Race DNF. Like I said, guys, I don't like to be negative, but that's a rough run right there. That guy has had a rough year. Wonder what's, who knows, probably battling through a real nagging, brutal injury that he's probably, hopefully gets over. Okay, let's get our coffee in, guys. Get our coffee in. Still saying 14 seconds. I'm going to give this a quick refresh just in case here. 14 seconds out. Road gap must be just over 100 meters right now. Looks like Flo is trying to show me ads, but nothing live yet. I'll jump back to the Deutschland Tour here for a second. Okay. 3 minutes, 4 second gap over at the Deutschland Tour. And just looking at it here, 3 minutes, 4 seconds, still the 4 up front. Robert saying Archaea B&B just got relegated. Let's just see. Archaea, where are they? I just want to see the team right now. Let's have a little look at them. They are a World Tour team. I don't think they're doing that good this year. Vauquelin's out for surgery, obviously. I'd have to look at the standings. I was thinking about doing that yesterday. I was going to go through all of the tiers and find out the relegation series. I do really like the relegation thing. I like the promotion and the relegation of it. And I like the wildcard system. The fact that at some races you have continental riders riding with World Tour riders. I think that's really good too. They need that exposure, right? So I like that system as well. I probably could go, right here. Teams. I wonder if I can go right into, here's the men's world and pro teams, okay? So these should be, there should be 18 pro teams. You can see it right here. 18 pro teams. That's who we got. And then I'm assuming the number beside it is, then we go into the pro teams. Burgos BH, we're going to see them a lot at the Vuelta, Caja Rural, Israel Premier Tech, Lotto Q36.5 will be there. Team Flanders Baloise, they're at this race right now. Team Pulte, there's Uno X, Unibet Titema Rockets. And then you can actually check down all the continental seasons as well, teams as well. I'm actually trying to see the rankings of them. I'm kind of looking for that right now. Like on a point system. Trainees, alphabetical. Rankings and statistics. Points of teams over time. Okay, Sunday at the end of the day. Okay, number of teams. I don't know. Show me 10 teams. Filter. Do I have to hit filter? So it's not showing me anything. I don't know why. Anyway, I hate when I get stuck in stuff like this, guys. I'm going to back out of it. I'll figure this on my own time. But yeah, lots of good Pro Series teams too. I've seen a lot of these teams now. Total Energies, they're a wildcard team. Remember they were at the Tour de France. Two-door wildcard team, Tour de France. Lotto, Q36.5, Israel Premier Tech, Uno X, Euskadel, Euskadi. Those are kind of like the bigger pro teams, I would say. Like you're not going to see Caja Rural and you're not going to see Burgos at Tour de France. They're probably going to select a French team. Total Energies, or what else kind of exposure can they bring to the event? And here we are, profile. So there are some lumps out there, guys. These are these little pimples I'm talking about out on course. We got about twice the elevation gain as of yesterday, I believe. And, oh, that's right. Arkea is the one that doesn't have a sponsor next year. I think they told, I probably heard it somewhere. Sometimes it goes in and one ear and out the other. They've told their riders, hey man, if you can find a new contract, go for it. I think that happens a lot with teams. And then a sponsor comes in, which is pretty scary. Pretty scary when you think about it. I'll do this right now, guys. Let's take a look at Arkea B&B hotels. If I click here, we're going to see the entire team. So here is, 28 riders. They could all be looking for jobs. So those 28 riders will have to find rooms at other teams, and there may not be room there. This name is jumping out at me right away. Raul Garcia Perna. He is riding at La Vuelta coming up. 24 years old. His name jumps out to me because his brother, Carlos Garcia Perna, won the Mountains classification at Vuelta Burgos, which I do remember. He is also riding La Vuelta, so we'll have two brothers at La Vuelta together. Found that out yesterday. But yeah, so there'll be a ton of dudes here looking for jobs. Vauquelin, yep, he'd find a job, no problem. The rest are all going to be fighting for position somewhere. Well, there's a new American team starting too, right? What'd they call it? I think it's called something Adventures. You guys know the Hincapie team? T. Royman, they are bringing quite a strong team at La Vuelta. Dude, let's do that for a little bit here till we see some more race action going on. This is the Renewi Tour, so what I'll do is I'm just going to keep this one here. I should probably have a couple multiple windows going, don't you guys think? What do you guys think about that? What if I have multiple windows going for the stats? I'm trying to think about that for this weekend. I'm probably going to have like separate windows for my stats so you guys can have Bike Terra going, you guys can have the live tracker going, and maybe I'll be using, you know what? I'm going to use Pro Cycling Stats on a totally separate monitor. How I'm going to have 4 monitors going at once, I don't know how. Well, you know what I could do? I could do chat on my phone and then use this as my Pro Cycling Stats monitor because I'm going to need a monitor for the video too. So I'm going to have like arms and things coming everywhere, holding things for me. How is this going to be to read? I don't know. I'm not sure. Might be a rough one. And let's go back. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to go back to La Vuelta. Ooh. Latest transfers. Oh, look at this, guys. I love looking at this every day. Okay, I think we saw this yesterday. Bastien Tranchant is going to Groupama FTJ. Chris Harper, I think he was Jayco Alula. He is Jayco Alula. This guy's racing La Vuelta too. Yeah, it says right there. He is racing La Vuelta. 23rd GC at the Giro. Won a stage. on a breakaway. 42nd at Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Hasn't had a super busy season. Like, really hasn't done a lot of racing since June. And I'm talking start of June, because that was the Giro. Raced the San Sebastian Classic. Is now leaving there. He's 30 years old and going to Q36.5. So I do remember him. Xandro Maurice. This is an Alpecin de Koenig rider. Also going to Q36.5. Xandro Maurice right here, 33 years old, heading over to Q36.5, Pro Cycling. Nothing else scheduled for him yet. Looks, basically to me, looks like a solid, like, one-day rider to me right now. And then we got Antoine Lahotte. We just saw this guy at a race. The Tour of Denmark, that's right. Stage 4, he got 3rd place overall. That stage was so good. That's the one where Mats Pedersen, and I think it was a national team rider, bridged up, caught 4 riders. Then Mats went by himself. Well, he took the national team rider with him, dropped him eventually. Mats was like on a 40-kilometer. I need to check this now, guys. Yeah, Mats Pedersen here, won by 31 seconds. Antoine Lahotte here was one of the riders that chased after him. He got caught by Tibor Del Grosso right at the finish line. Finished 1 second apart. But this dude here really hung on for that 3rd place finish. The only rider that chased after Pedersen at the end. So I definitely remember him. And he's a development team rider. I did talk about this earlier too. He's going to the main team next year. He's going to the main team next year, the World Tour team next year. And probably deserves it. Tall dude, 1.9 meters tall. So moving there, we are actually going to... Well, what were we doing? We're going to the Vuelta. Quicksilver with Kevin Bacon, Bicycle Couriers. Okay, yeah, I do remember that one too. Hincapie's team is called Modern Adventure. Yeah, I knew it was something adventure. Okay. They do other stuff, but we'll have a cycling team. Chris Harper won the Col de Finisher stage at the Giro. Okay. Yeah, good rider. Moving on. Now we're talking about Arkea B&B right here. Let's go through them quickly. Victor Gernelec, 25 from France. No TT points, no sprint points. He rode the Dauphiné, Tour of Romandy, Catalonia. No super high finishes this year. Looks like a solid all-rounder, though. Jente Biermans, 29-year-old. Just rode the circuit, Franco-Belge. I think that was last Friday. I think it was. 12th in the points classification at the Arctic Tour of Norway. Tons of one-day races here. Tons of one-day races he's competed in. All through March and April. There's so many races, guys. 38th at the Paris-Roubaix. 80th at Eschborn Frankfurt. Trobo-Lyon, 15th place Pro Series race, but that's a tough race. Right there, Omloop. Nieuwsblad, 29th place. Grand Prix Criquion after Claude Criquion, 8th place. So lots of riding there. Who is their GC guy? So Raul Garcia Pernia, 24. They're saying he's GC with a strong TT. Christian Rodriguez, this guy. I'd say this is their GC rider for me. Only because I remember looking at his name a lot at the Tour de France. He got 20th overall at the Tour de France this year. So this guy's got a good chance of doing well at La Vuelta. We're just going back to what T. Royven was saying there about their team. T. Royven, who do you think the strongest is for Arkea B&B then? I just had a quick look at them there. Don, if a pro cyclist can't find a job, they can be a courier. Exactly. Exactly. Or retire and become a DS or something. Or a commentator. Most race days without a victory for top competitors since their transfer to a new team. Cess Bowles. So this is saying how many days they've gone. They've gone to a new team and they haven't won. Cess Bowles, 197 race days since he last won after moving to a new team. So it's kind of like, here's our new superstar rider, and then I haven't won anything. David Ballerini. It's a name we know well. Finished second on the last stage of the Tour de France. Just ahead of Poggi and those dudes. Yeah, right here. Second place. David Vallerini. Matty Mahoric was right there. Poggy. Matteo Jorgensen. Matteo Trentin. Arnaud Delis. That was the next group coming in. That was a great finish to that race. I hope they always keep doing that. Do not go back to the 3-hour parade that used to make me fall asleep every Sunday, last day of the Tour de France. Dries de Bont. I think Dries is at this race today. Oh, he is. That's why they're talking about this year. I think. Berial. Okay, I'm going to just jump back here again, guys. Start list for this race itself, for the Renewi Tour, as we get more into the action, guys. Okay, guys, it's all back together now. Things came back together with that little pimple. We're 64 kilometers in, average speed 45k an hour. I wish I could see their location right now so I could give you some predictions as for echelons. Now, just opened up a 5-second gap here. Someone's out front right now. No details coming in. I have no video either, so we're just flying blind here, guys. We're flying without instruments, in the dark, purely mechanical. Let's go. Here's our 3 riders out front. Now it's showing Seb de Weert's out front again. Wout van Hoof and Kenneth Van Rooij. 2 Balois, Flanders Balois riders. Seb de Weert had a really tough day yesterday, it looks like. It says he's 13:58 down, and he's got a black jersey beside his name. Does that mean he's in last place? Maybe. Actual GC, I don't think I can see the entire GC right now. For some reason, we only get 50. That's kind of weird. But there's basically the entire Peloton's at 10 seconds. So this guy must have had a mechanical and rode all the way to the finish by himself. What does the black jersey mean? Wout van Hoof, his teammate. 26-year-old from Belgium, Team Flanders Balois. Should know his name. I don't actually, from the Tour of Denmark, because I've watched him there before. Tour of Norway. Lots of one-day races here. Look how busy this dude is. All through April and May. March. Like, there's a race, it looks like every weekend. There's like racing on Saturdays and Sundays all over Belgium. I mean, it's the home of the classics. And then we have Kenneth Van Rooij for Wagner Basin WB. 31 years old. Pro Series rider at the Renewi Tour. And we'll let that go from there. So 3 riders are front, 10-second break, guys. That's all we're at right now. If we go back to Deutschland Tour, actually I can do it right here. This is probably a quicker link to use. Still Andrew August, still 4 riders, 2-minute gap. They're going to let them hang out there all day. 6% of the people are voting that they can make it to the finish, the break. This group, I don't think so today. Not in this one here. That downhill finish, sprint point right before the finish. The sprinters will be too interested in that. They're going to pull that back. Arkea should forget about GC and go full on stage 1. Yeah, there's teams like that. Like I was watching Groupama yesterday. It's all subtitled, but it's still really good stuff. So it's all French. Marc Madio is there, loud talking. And he was telling the 2 new guys, there's no one there that's your friend. Everyone's your enemies. I loved it. And yeah, I think they say our Groupama FDJ, and that's what we got to remember too. And I have to tell myself that too, is some teams are there only for stage wins. The team is designed just for stage wins. They're not interested in the GC. They got smaller budgets. They can't afford to pay one rider 8 million euros per year. I think I told you guys a few days ago, I think I saw it was Decathlon. Their entire budget is 9 million per year. That's how much Poggy makes. So how can those teams possibly be competitive against UAE? They can't. They can't, but they can win stages. It's just the way it is. And I know some people are for salary caps and some are for against it, but there's no competition then. Those teams cannot compete when allegedly it's a 60 million euro salary budget. It's probably a lot higher than that, I think, with UAE. That whole country is all about promoting cycling now. It was funny, the one dude they were talking to, I think he might be the guy over there that promotes the UAE team. He's saying, basically he made a comment like, yeah, we took up cycling in 2016. Like, the country decided that let's become cyclists. They got bike paths, but it's kind of strange seeing it. They got these beautiful bike paths just smack dab in the middle of the desert. It's like a beautiful crystal, like the smoothest path you've ever seen. And I think I've ridden those tracks on my whoosh. The city there where they have the really good bike paths is called Hudayriat. Hudryat, I think is how you spell it, Hudayriat. But it's basically tracks surrounded by sand. Alessandro Ver was second in the call to finisher stage. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at Arkea B&B here again. We'll go to the start list here. Alessander. Oh, okay, so he must be on the team. Okay, I'm looking at the lineup for Renewi. Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. I need Vuelta up here. So we'll do that quickly. Yeah, right here. Alessandro Ver. So he's raced Tour of Poland, Tour de Suisse, didn't finish it. Giro d'Italia right here, yeah. Second place, Sestriere. 156K in the break. Oh, I love it. Ooh, I forgot about that too. Look at this. The Giro had 2 individual time trials this year. Didn't even know that right now. Even the Basque Country has a time trial. Trainer Adriatico, time trial. They all need time trials, guys. They all need time trials. Santos Tour Down Under, no time trial. How are you going to let those good riders shine? Yeah. So with the amount of mountain finishes, I think they say 10, but I'm counting like 11 stages that are going to be kind of mountain hilltop finishes or uphill finales, as they like to call it. Maybe it's 10 mountains and the rest are uphill finales. Like category 2, really hard sprint climbs. So T. Royven Sr., so with the amount of mountain finishes, they could get 1 or 2 wins and attract a sponsor. Yeah, exactly. That's cycling. It's all sponsorship. They don't sell tickets. It's free to watch. It's sponsorship. Sponsorship, and I guess maybe they make a little bit of money off their merchandise. That's it. But it can't be that much. It's anytime we go anywhere, myself and Joey, like we went to the Colorado Rockies game when we were in Denver last month. Rockies and the Dodgers. There's a store there. You can buy stuff. Joey's the kind of person that will go in there and spend, $80 on a t-shirt that's probably worth $15. She will do that every time. She's probably not going to go online and buy that jersey for that team online. She's not going to do that. She wants to be in the experience and buy it there. That's where, like U.S. sporting events, probably like NASCAR, probably has huge merchandising on site. I know Formula One does. Formula One, when I used to go to Formula One, 2012 through 16, I think it was. Maybe 15, when Formula One was still good. It's not as good. It's just not. It's not. From what I was told, all the merchandise was owned by Formula One, which was Bernie at the time. I don't even know if he's still in there. What was his name? Bernie Ecclestone? So like I have some really cool Formula One jackets. I have a sweet Lotus F1 jacket. I don't really wear it much anymore. I have a really good Williams jacket too. Like when you wear them, people are like, man, where'd you get that jacket? That is so cool. Lots of comments about it. But yeah, so all that money gets generated there. Plus you paid to go in. Cycling doesn't really have that kind of way to do it. That's why they're probably so strict on their streaming rates now. That's all dominated by the ASO. Amaury Sports Organization. Come on, give me a live anytime now. I need a live. We're still waiting, guys. Still waiting. Appreciate everyone hanging out here today. Only the hardcores are here right now, guys. Says we got 21 people watching right now. Definitely not the same as the Tour de France, that's for sure. But yeah, it's going to be a really interesting Vuelta. Especially like the early stages, teams fighting just to get the red jersey right off the start. Anyone can get it day one. It's going to be fascinating to watch it. Groupama FDJ right here. Guillermo Martin, great rider. David Gaudu, great rider. Rudy Millard, Stefan Kung, Remy Cavagna. They've got 2 really good time trialists here. Those could be stage wins for those guys. I mean, outside of Jonas just dominating everything. So I'm hoping we see a really good battle and not have Jonas just do what Poggy does. Just show up and just dominate everything. I really hope that doesn't happen. Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Premium Rush Couriers. Better flick than Quicksilver, in my opinion. Levitt did all his own stunt. Dude, I've never even heard of that one. I think I've heard of it. Never seen it. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Live pictures for Deutschland Tour are on. Okay. And I'm not seeing them here on Flow Bikes. So maybe for Flow Bikes, maybe they're limiting that. Just trying to refresh right now, guys. If I can see it, I'll let you know what's going on. I'll hang out there. So what I'll do is come back to the Deutschland Tour here once that refreshes. Just seeing here, Eliza Longo Borghini. This might be her first race back since she pulled out of Tour de France. Kreisbreit, or Kreisbreis. It's funny how they do the men's and the women's. Generally, a lot of the races, they're flipping them at the totally ends of the seasons. So men's Tour of Romandy early in the year. Women's Tour of Romandy later in the year. Same with this Kreisbreis here. Come on, work. Just work. Flowbike's being really goofy right now. I can't even get the... okay. Yeah, I got it. Dude, I got it. So, dude, I'm going to have to watch it really close because it said Tour of Germany not showing until 8:30. It's showing right now. So, my schedule says Renewi Tour at 7:30, Deutschland at 8:30. So, I was going to pop back and forward that way. But if we got one sooner, we're going to do that one. So, I am on Deutschland right now, guys. Maybe we'll hang out here for a little bit. Yeah, we're on the Deutschland Tour, so let's get that going right now. Here we go. So we got our 4 riders up front. They've actually, well, it said 2 minutes, 2:11. Now it's at 2:02 quickly. We have gone through a KOM sprint here. Miguel Heidemann, Vincent Dorn, and Andrew August got the 3rd point. Taking a look at them here. Going to be hard to figure out that we have 2 teammates here. The third rider there is in a jersey that's very similar, a greenish jersey with black accents. It's Vincent Dorn. Andrew August sitting on the back for Ineos Grenadiers. I'd love to know the background story on this guy. Love to know him. Andrew August, again, I think I've talked about him enough that I should get a podcast interview with him. 57 kilograms, so climber. This guy is a climber right here. Probably identified real early on. Like, how did he get the exposure? Connections. Lots of good connections. Okay, so we are watching. We're going to do Deutschland for now, guys. Actually, I thought about this yesterday, too. Like, sometimes I feel like I should just say the channel is the daily cycling chat channel. Because I didn't have thumbnails built for this one. Joey's been too busy at work. I didn't want to bug her. She gets home late every night. I'm like, don't even worry about it. It's fine. Because they always say, oh, if you don't have thumbnails, your video won't get as many views. All that kind of garbage. Don't believe anything you see on YouTube. Outside of me, of course. So 4 riders in the front group here, guys. 1 minute, 52 seconds is what I'm seeing at 78.5 kilometers to go roughly. On the front, Uno X chasing, Lidl Trek working, and that could be Visma there. Let's just have the camera zoom out a bit. Could be Flanders Balois as well. 3rd team on course. No, that's Visma. They got 4 riders sitting there, and then just basically a general mishmash of riders. Possibly Bahrain Victorious right there with their kind of greeny colored helmets. So we'll just hang out here for this one for a little bit. Yeah, there is a live stream of the GP Lucien Van Imp as well. I saw that. Yeah, Vibis. I know. What'd they say? I think the odds of her winning, or the prediction for her was 66% she'll win. I'm going to say like 96. How about that? 96%. Raffle Micah riding here. This is one of his last races, probably. I think he retires at the end of this year, too. I think he's almost 40 years old, I believe. So he rides for UAE. Let's take a look at him. Raffle Micah retires at the end of this year. He's 35. But he's definitely not 52, as someone said earlier about another rider. 3 stages at the Tour de France, KOMs at the Tour de France, GC at the Tour of Poland, stages at the Vuelta, stages at the Tour of Poland, GC leader at Slovenia, like just tons of stuff for this guy. Tons of stuff. So another legend retiring this year, 148. That's what I'm seeing for the current gap right now. 150 over here. So we do have a sprint point coming up. Rider points, that's what they're calling it. Then we've got another small climb. Back end of this race, I'd say the final 15-20% is pretty rough. It's a lot of up and down at the end. We're in the flattest section of the course probably right now. And then it's going to be quite rolly, ups and downs. Okay, half hour till Sporza goes live. Who's Sporza? Which channel is that? Is that like which country does that one? So yeah, okay, so we do have that there. Dream's asking, is there any cycling movies? Lots of cycling movies. Breakaway, American Flyers. Well, I hope Jonas wins 4 or 5 stages to shut the haters' mouth. Many people said he was wheel-sucking Poggy at the Tour, and many say he's a boring rider. I mean, his biggest rival is Poggy. What can he do? Exactly. Dude, I agree with you 100%. I mean, the way people talk about Jonas, it's kind of like, well, you can't beat Poggy, so what's he supposed to do, retire? Like, what's he supposed to do? He's riding against a generational rider who, again, will never... Okay, here's my challenge to Poggy. Mr. Poggy, with all respect, I challenge you to beat Eddie Merckx's record. And people can say, well, that was a different time, Colin. So what? You got a lot of wins to go, dude. Eddie Merckx, pro victories, 279. And people are going to say, yeah, but a lot of those were just one-day races. Dude, multiple monument wins, Tour de France wins, all the Grand Tours, all the monuments, all the big spring classics, over and over and over and over. You know, and I'm not even an Eddie Merckx fanboy. I'm really not. I haven't read any books about Eddie Merckx. I've just looked at his record a lot, and it's absolute insanity. When you see his list, his palmares, it's incredible. And I probably wouldn't have liked watching him back then because he was too dominant. T. Royven, I'm a Visma fan, if you haven't already noticed. Yeah, dude, I have no problems with Jonas. I think he's an incredible cyclist. Just at the time, like, and what I would say to people, they're like, oh, well, Poggy's never finished less than second at the Tour de France. And you guys have heard me say it. Neither has Jonas. Like, I think they're very close. Just Poggy's on it right now. He is just on his game fully. And he's just a little bit more dominant right now. Jonas has beaten him twice. So Poggy is beatable. Dream Micah still has at most 2 years in him. Well, he's retiring this. He's got it shut down December 31st of this year. He is shutting it down. Oh, R is for Ryan. Ryan Stanley. Okay, Ryan, good to know that. From Oklahoma. Ryan Stanley from OK. 75K to go on the Deutschland Tour. I'm just going to pop back and forward, guys. I want to keep an eye on this one too. Quick little 9-second gap between our 3 riders of our Pro Series riders at the front. 2 Flanders Baloise riders and the Wagner WB? Wagner Basin WB rider. It'll start again. There's always a couple of phases to the races. This one is still in phase 1. Just keep an eye on the breakaway. Don't let it go. And boom. But hang on here, guys. Hang on. But wait, there's more. Multiple splits in the Peloton. The wind speed is 37 kilometers an hour, which is hilarious to me that Pro Cycling calls that a fresh breeze. A fresh breeze, 37k an hour. 37k an hour, that's probably close to 25 miles an hour. That's where I open the front door and go, not going outside. Not going outside. Or my ride has to be with a tailwind all the way. Sporza is the Belgium channel. Oh, this is B Flares, this dude. Okay, dude, welcome back. B Flares, I know he's at work. He's listening quietly. His boss doesn't know what he's doing. Dude, tell your boss he might want to hear too. I know you Belgians are absolutely nutty about cycling. Guys, I gotta say, like, all the videos I watch, and I'm learning more and more. I'm actually watching videos in other languages now, just sitting there looking at them. Belgium and the Netherlands, like for cycling, that is pretty much the home of cycling to me. Like all the early season tough races. They love riding in the rain. They love riding crap surfaces. I am such a fair weather rider, it's scary. Just being honest. Yeah, Belgium's in the house, guys. Belgium's in the house. So they're saying over the Renewi Tour, multiple breaks in the Peloton with the fresh breeze that's kicking in. Just a fresh breeze. Nothing to worry about. Just heard a big bang upstairs. My house is probably falling apart. Peloton comes back together again. So things are starting to kick off over in this one. I think it's just wind speed changes and changes in direction. If anyone sees this stream come in, I don't want to bounce out of the stream here from the Deutschland Tour. Just let me know. We'll come back to the Deutschland Tour because that's the one we're actually watching right now. 1 minute 16 second here. So it's slowly coming down, guys. Slowly coming down. I think we were at 2:02 before. Yeah, Dawn. Just go take a look at Eddie Merckx's record. And again, okay, I think there is a book, The Cannibal, something like that. There's a really good Eddie Merckx book, apparently. I probably wouldn't have wanted to have watched him back then. I don't want to see one rider just wipe the floor with everyone every day. I really don't. I like everyone to win. Did Eddie Merckx have a rival? Yeah, he had a few. Like he had guys he was up against. There was the really good climbering guys. I'm not really that great on my 70 stuff. I should be since I just listened to a whole book about it. Who was the climber? Was it Olano? Abraham Olano? Is that his name? Or was a later guy that was a time trialer? Very similar name that McGill Indurain had. He'd ride against. It's not Olano. Someone here will correct me. Please do. Robert Sporza doesn't even mention the Deutschland Tour, which is kind of funny in a passive-aggressive Belgium versus Germany way. Correct. Yeah, I agree with that. It appears he dominated a lot. Taddy has at least Jonas and Van der Poel riding against him. Yeah, well, Eddie had basically the whole of France hating him. So there was one tour where he got punched in the gut so bad he could barely finish the race. Maybe he didn't finish the race. Maybe he didn't. And I know it's different, and it is really hard to look back sometimes at these older races. The guys don't look as fit. They're not as lean, and they weren't. But that's how it was at the time. However, they were probably riding on 5 to 6 speed rear cassettes. Their smallest gear might have been a 19, maybe a 20, 21 tooth on the back. These new guys, they can just spin all day. Those older guys had to probably be stronger, or the sport was harder maybe back then. I don't know. It's kind of, you can argue it both ways. They didn't have the same quality of gear. They didn't have the same quality of equipment, meaning, yeah, they were going to ride a little bit slower. Seeing a bunch of riders pulling over here at the Deutschland Tour. This might be a nature break. It's definitely a nature break going on. Going to the bathroom in some farmer's field. Love it. Yeah, 279 wins. I think Dream brought up yesterday, Marianne Vos is 260. Thought about that myself yesterday too. And this goes both ways. But she doesn't have all the Grand Tour wins that Eddie does. Like, Eddie's got so many Grand Tour wins. I'm going to pull his name up here on Pro Cycling Stats right away. Marianne Vos didn't have the ability to ride the Grand Tours. They weren't around for her. I read that Merckx was not respected by other Belgian runners because he didn't speak Flemish. They hated him, not a real Belgian. That's right, because Belgium is split with the French speakers and the Flemish speakers. I think the Flemish speakers are the Flanderians, as they call them. I don't know what they call the others. Yeah, all that stuff's kind of weird to me. B Flair is Belgium, I think. Dude, let us know. I think that guy knows. Dude, I know you're working right now. Okay, put that file away. What was the file on Seinfeld? What was the file that George always worked on Seinfeld? He always had a special file he would work on. You guys know this. Come on. Help me out here. Yeah, so Beef Flares is Belgium listening, and I think he was saying that it's just virtually impossible to get coverage there for some reason, or updates. 4 riders here still. This is John Knoll in the front group. McGill, Hademan, Vincent Dorn, and Andrew August here. All 4 still riding strong. Minute and 16 gap. Dawn. I used to ride wind, rain, snow, heat after 40 years old. I stopped all that. I didn't have to live like that anymore. Dude, yeah, that was me in university. Every day I was that dude. I didn't have a car. I had to ride my bike to school. Through the winters in Calgary. In fact, we just drove by the mall a few days ago as we went to the hospital for the 2nd day straight. I should check up on Bob today. And I pointed out to the girls, I go, oh yeah, I used to ride past here every day, and I generally crash on this corner. It was so icy at the mall entrance. And the cars would quickly go over it. Glare ice. I don't know how many times I crashed there. Slow speed crashes because I knew it was coming. Okay. The OG cyclists are definitely tougher. Yeah, it's a totally different time. They didn't have people, looking after their nutrition every day, watching their every move, testing. They didn't have wind tunnels. They didn't have all this. It was just, how tough are you? The gear was definitely way different. Maybe they had to be a little bit thicker to survive pushing those big gears. They didn't have quality rain gear back then to keep them warm in the cold. Just different. Yeah, exactly, Don. Good point. 279 victories. How many second places? That's right. Robert, with 76k to go, Viba's chasing down all the moves at the front. She's the obvious favorite, but they are attacking her. Where's her team? The Penske file. That's right, dude. Robert wins today. Robert wins the day. The Penske file. Yeah, so B Flares, put away the Penske file and tell your boss he needs to watch the race. Just say, dude, we got more important stuff here. Let's pack up the Penske file for now. Let's close it up for another day. And we're going to watch this race, the Renewi Tour. Okay, look at it. I'm not sure what beer flares is. I'm an air gum. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? People called Vlaams. French people called walls. Oh, that's right. Okay, dude, so the Flanders, is that what you call yourself? And then there's the Wallonis, right? The Walls. I think that's what you're saying. I think. So is Wallonie the French people? And the Vlaams, I think that's the same as the Flanderian people, or the Flemish people here. They speak Flemish. So is that thing there, oh, you're Belgian, but you don't speak Flemish, so you're not as good as us? Is that what happens? But what is an air gummer? I'm an air gummer. Yeah, okay, it's probably just typo. I'm not understanding how to say that. Dream, that's the GP Lucien Van Imp women's race right now. GP Lucien Van Imp. Whilst I'm here, guys, so let's see what's going on at Renewi. Okay, guys, they're all brought back right now, and one of the dudes that was in the breakaway is dropped from the Peloton, so he's out the back. We're currently 81 Ks down with 91 Ks to go. I don't even think we're at stage 2 of the race yet. We have not entered the second phase of the race. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to try to do this for you, Dream. The GP Lucien Van Imp. It's the 4th GP Lucien Van Imp. It's a 1.1 race. Women's race here at the 3rd tier of professional racing. And yeah, looks like a lumpy, bumpy affair at the beginning. And I can see here right now, it's a circuit race again. It's always a circuit race when you're in Belgium, it seems. The first half of the race is going to have some lumps. And then start looking here. The Peloton's actually coming up to the finish line for the first time. And then they go through the finish line. I look at the profile right away. They're going to cross through the finish line like 6-7 times. Yeah, 7 times they're going to cross through the finish line. So it's going to be a circuit in a small town, Erpmere, wherever that is. And actually, it's Erpmere to Erpmere. Lucien Van Imp, famous Tour de France rider. I wish I could click on his name. Winners of the Lucien Van Imp. Top competitors here. Show previous winners. Yeah, so here you can see kind of the circuit. Here's the map out and back with multiple circuits going on. Kat Ferguson. Is she here? Schweinberger. Okay, so that race is going there. I'm going to jump back, guys. I want to keep an eye on the Renewi. Because I think phase 2 will start soon. It's going to probably start kicking off before the first finish line passage. That's what I'm expecting to see there. Riders are going to want to start getting moving. There are points available. Get in another breakaway to get to that green KM section. Oh, Arsenal, Jerry had a Klein mountain bike come to the hall. That's right, he did. And oh, really? He had a Cannondale for maybe one season from Robert. Still watching these 4 dudes here at the Deutschland Tour, guys. Let's jump back there. Live stats for Deutschland Tour. They got a 148 lead. They're just letting them dangle still. Letting them dangle. Oh, Klein Pinnacle. Yep, and Canada. What was Klein famous for? Were they titanium? I think they were like a manufacturer that used different metals that were at the time were like, oh wow. Maybe there was aluminum. I don't even know. B-flares, yes, 100%. Oh, air gumming. Okay, sandblasting for wood. Okay, so that's okay. I've discovered everything I can about Belgium in like a few seconds of speculation here, and some info from B-flares. So if you're in Belgium, there's 2 languages. There's Flemish. That's spoken by the Flemish people, obviously the Flanderians. And then there's the French-speaking people who are also Belgium, and they are known as the Wals, W-A-A-L-S. And if you look it up, there'll be like the Tour of Wallonia. That's a big race. That's another race too. So there's Wallonia and there's Flanders. I think that's kind of the basic idea of what I'm understanding about Belgium right now. And I'd love to visit, dude. I would love to get over there and visit one year. My daughter's telling Joey Jojo that I have to be over in Europe next year to do this. I'm thinking, yeah, how cool would it be to do this remote? Like, I think, guys, I would almost try it. But I'm like, how would I do that? I would almost try to do it just like this, but on location even. I'd maybe set up a little booth. I would sit in a little booth by myself. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I think I could do it. Dawn's coming out with the broom wagon right now. Pico look from Human Powered Health. She's a sprinter too. Klein did large diameter aluminum. Okay, that's right. Yeah, they had massive tubes. That's right. And then I think it's, yeah, and they were gigantic back then too. I think even Cannondale had the gigantic tubes way back when. Robert, yeah. And weird alloys. Okay. Robert, if I don't have a bicycle commute, I have a hard time being a consistent cyclist. Riding just for fun gets kind of boring. Having to ride, yeah, it's kind of like you have to do it. Van Rooyen from UAE is their sprinter. Actually, what was I watching yesterday? It was the Tietema guys. The guys from the Netherlands there. They were following a race doing the pizza handout. Oh, they were handing out pizzas to Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. They did that too. And Ray and Marcus showed up. I think it was. I got to think about that for a second here. Or it was just no, it was maybe that one. Unibet was lining up for the presentation, and they bumped into, I think, Ray and Marcus, who I think, is she a sprinter? Okay, guys, moving on here. 1 minute, 52 seconds over the Deutschland Tour is our gap. 4 riders in the break getting up to the next time point. They're going to secure these points here too. This is stage 1. Remember, we had the prologue yesterday. I think after this we have 4 more stages. So this one will go to Sunday as well. So you can see how Colin, this dude, cannot cover everything at once. I can kind of do it like this, but I can't just stay dedicated to one. Tobias Foss abandons the race over at the Renewi Tour. Like, why? Why did he abandon? I'm going to check the weather out right now too, guys. See how windy it is. Okay, wind speeds came down a little bit. It says 23k an hour. Earlier it was at 28k an hour. Those are kind of like tough winds right there. So Tobias Foss has abandoned. I think by the start of the first finish line, we're going to be in phase 2 of the race, as I'll call it. Kat Ferguson, okay. Okay, oh, I didn't know that. Robert's saying Cannondale made panniers before they made bikes, and their gloves were the absolute best. Thick, beautiful leather. Would buy them today if I could. Wow, I didn't know that. I just assumed Cannondale was bikes. Hearing noise upstairs. I'm wondering if I need to go check. Sounds like dogs are racing around, which could be the puppy just has got something important to Joey's. She leaves her shoes scattered all over the house, so he gets piles of her shoes. I have to save them all the time. I'm going to stick with the Renewi Tour here. Let's see what time it is. 7:26. Okay, I'm going to do this, guys. I'm actually going to back out of this one here. And, okay, I do have live feed now, allegedly, for the Renewi Tour. Okay, it's just in its little warm-up phase now for the Renewi Tour. Good thing is we got lots of racing still to do. We still have almost 80k to go in this race at the 20th Renewi Tour World Tour race. Benny is at this one, guys. Let's take a look at Intermarché. Thank you for reminding me to take a look at the teams more often. Where is Benny? Is Benny not here? Did I just... Yeah, Benny's here. Intermarché Wanty, Benny's here, rider number 41 over at the Renewi Tour. Lawrence Rex is there as well. How about this guy? Taco Vanderhorn. I wish my name was Taco. It's probably Taco. That's a good first name right there. So yeah, Binyam's there. Hopefully, does Binyam have a sprint win this year? Let's take a look at Binyam for a second. I think he's had a better year than what you think, because you just think, oh, he's going to win the green jersey. I think he's done better than what you think. Second place, stage 1, Tour de France. Like, he was almost there. I watched that sprint last night. He got held up along the boards. I think he was trying to split his way through, and he had to back off. That's where Mathieu van der Poel let out Jasper Philipsen. Binyam was right there. He was right there. Hoping Joey George is awake. Second place, these other races, 2 Pro Series races, got second place finishes there. Second in the points classification. Rund Olcombe, second place. Classics Dunkirk, second place. Volta Algarve, second place. I don't think he's had a win this year. Milan San Remo, 14th place. That's almost a win. E3 Saxo Classic, 22nd place. Just no first places this year, it looks like. He's due. Guys, he's due. Okay, we're now on the local circuit. We're entry into the local circuit right now. Let's just have a quick peek at this here again. Refresh this. Okay. Yeah, so we started the circuit course now. So we're on it now. We've entered it. First passage of the finish line. Second, you can see that the gaps are about the same all the way here now. I think the race will be kicking off soon in this one. B Flares. To make it even better, because of World War II, we have a German part in Belgium. Country is so small, and we divide it in 3. Dude, what do you call the German part? So what is the German part? Do they speak German? I mean, okay, so if you're in the German part, what are you called? So you got the Wals, you got the Flemish people. What do they call the Germans? Hopefully not something too bad after World War II. And do they speak German? Do they speak multiple languages? Simon Cairns here says, thanks, bro. Dude, welcome aboard. Let us know where you're from and how did you find the channel? Let's get this channel pumped out there, guys. I know for La Vuelta, guys, it's going to be huge, but I am powering through these other races, which I think are just as exciting. Watching Renewi Tour right now, guys. I'm on Renewi Tour now. I'm going to watch that for a while. I will be popping in and out of the Deutschland Tour. Renewi Tour, it was so hard for me to pick this one, guys. I was also looking at the Limousine Tour. So we've got a 2.1, a 2.2 Pro, and a 2 World Tour race. I went with the World Tour race. I just looked at the lineups and thought, this is the one I want to cover. T-Roy, many riders are banned already at Rejoice. Yeah, they've had tons of abandonments. I think there was 5 or 6 yesterday on stage 1. Tough racing. This looks like Yorson Hale here. Binny has no win this year. The best he got, multiple second place. Yeah, hopefully, dude, I hope you saw that. I just went through it. He's got a ton of second place finishes, just not that elusive first place win this year. This sprint finish here. The good thing about watching this one with the video that I can now see, guys, you know, this is almost a clone of yesterday's race. It's just shorter, and there's probably double the climbing virtually none. The green KM is closer to the finish on this one. The green KM is where it's really going to speed up for those time bonuses. I would expect to see the dudes that were there yesterday going for it again to try to get into the GC lead. So the GC right now is all the sprinters and the 3 dudes that got in the breakaway to that green KM, where there's 3 time bonuses available. Dude, I see that too. What do you think that's for? Robert, why do you think that is? The list of riders who aren't going to the Rwanda World Championships keeps growing. Why are they all pulling out of Rwanda? Okay, just lost my feed there for a second, guys. Blue screen here. What are they showing me now? Okay, I think they're just called the German part. Not sure, though. They speak German. Okay, just German there. So I guess they're remnants left over from the war? Or, like, how does that happen? That's so weird to me. I really do need to come across there, though, for cycling and, I don't know, military history of the region. It's pretty fascinating to me, like the wars that have been fought there. Not to, like, make it seem too appealing. Like, I love going to the battlefields and cemeteries. I just think there's a lot of history, and I think it's really cool that the people that live there still remember the people that came and fought for them. Just seeing some highlights from earlier here, guys. This is the breakaway from earlier, probably forming. Everything's back together in this one. We are on the local circuit here. It's going to go off here. Phase 2 almost ready to start, guys. Back to the Deutschland Tour for now. 4 riders still out front. 152 lead. Like someone said earlier, Sporza doesn't even mention the Deutschland Tour because they got a bigger, better race over on their own soil right now. The Renewi Tour, it is a step up. Although, those are highlights from yesterday. Highlights from yesterday when Olaf Koy went down. And this will be the Tim Merlier atom bomb coming off at the finish. Here's Picnic Post NL leading out Fabio Jakobsen. Merlier just so powerful. Right up the middle, does not move off his line. Takes the win easily. Just a ton of riders there. Lucas Kubas here was there for Titama. Just saw him briefly. I will be looking for him again today. I really like their YouTube channel. Just kind of lets you know who the guys are better. A lot of these teams need to work on their YouTube channels. Again, you got to do some self-promotion. I know we all hate doing it. But it lets your fans like me watch you and know who all the riders are. Robert, I want to think the Belgians still hate Germans in general. Probably. Dutch, same. French, same. Any country that Germany routinely invades, no forgive, no forget. Dude, yeah, I would too. Dream, maybe it's a safety issue. Yeah, Dream, I think you just hit the head on the nail there. Colby Simmons, he must be he's their young rider. Tibor Del Grosso is in second, same time. Then we have Thomas Morgado there, same time as well. That's for young riders. Yeah, I think, guys, this is something I saw a little while back, and I tried to talk about it yesterday, but I didn't want to get myself in trouble. I think when they go way out into the countryside, I don't know how much security there's going to be out there. I think some teams, too, might be backing out because there's a civil war that's been raging on for a little bit there. And guys, I don't know all the details. Dylan Groenewegen showing up on screen here for Jaco Alula. There's a bit of a civil war going on in Rwanda for how long? I don't know if it's still active. I have no idea. But It was mentioned on a podcast or a video I saw somewhere that some riders are maybe kind of almost doing it in a protest. Like, we can't go race in countries where the government is involved in civil wars. Yeah, I agree with that. So why did we pick Rwanda in the first place? Why was this decided? I think actually too in that same video they said there's already a course designed in Switzerland if thing goes really sideways. So could you imagine? Oh, we're looking at Fernando Gaviria here. He does have a nice beard. Dude, I like your beard. Beard is strong. Charlie Aldana back from Colombia. Dude, welcome aboard again. Good morning. Buenos dias. Yeah, Dream, I think it is some of that going on. And maybe not safety. I think it's a little bit of safety. And I think it's also you're supporting a government that's doing some maybe nasty stuff. I don't know. I don't know myself. But then again, maybe the people that are being oppressed by the Rwanda government, what if they grabbed a rider? Like, I don't know. What if they blocked the roads? Like number 16. Okay, there we go. Oh, B Flares, my girlfriend trained with Tim Early when she was younger. He grew up 10 minutes from... Nice. That's awesome, dude. Okay, B Flares. Robert, I think that's more a thing with the elders. I'm 28 now and no one really cares anymore. Dude, yeah, I can see that. Yet the young people, they don't know about it. They weren't exposed to it. So they're just like, whatever, we got to move on from it. You can see that in other parts of the world without getting political. The whole Ukraine thing with Russia. Yeah, there's still a lot of feelings there from the past. Some of it I'm kind of like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Dudes, I like to look at both sides of the story and go, why are they doing that? Like, why? And then you find out certain things. Oh, okay, I kind of get it now. I kind of get it. I understand why you're willing to invade another country. I understand it. I'm not saying I agree with it. Just saying I understand that they would feel that way. B-Flares, yeah, I'm thinking of my Swiss grandmother who was a very nice lady, but just hated her German neighbors because they were German. Yeah. Dudes, in Canada, we changed city names in World War I because they were named after German places. We had a Berlin in Canada. It's now Hamilton, Ontario. Once they went to war, like, no, we're changing the name. Screw you. We hate Germans. There's tons of German people here, though. Tons of German settlers came out here. In fact, dudes, here's a good story for you. One of my, off cycling videos where I do a little bit of exploring in the countryside. There's a town nearby here. Everyone calls it Sterlingville. I found an old map. It was called Siebertville. Siebert, S-I-E-B-E-R-T, I think. I'm like, that does not sound like Sterlingville to me at all. That sounds like a German name to me. German, Dutch, whatever it may have been. He was a German dude. And they changed the town's name. The town doesn't even exist anymore. It's a ghost town now. That's what we didn't get. We changed all the names. But yeah, people that were involved with it or had people that were involved with it are obviously going to remember it more and have feelings about it. Dream, because Rwanda maybe invested a lot of money to host it. Yeah, I'm sure any country that hosts the World Championships is probably putting a lot of money. You want to host it? Yeah, it's $500,000 or it's $1 million or whatever it may be. B-Flares, I get that, Robert. My grandma's not a fan either. Yeah, that's because the young people didn't have to experience it. They didn't have, they weren't under threat. They didn't have rationing. Once you got to live through it, you remember it. And again, that's happening other parts of the world too, where there's just generational dislike, I'll call it. Watching the front of the race here, guys. 69 kilometers to go at the Renewi Tour. Average speed is increasing now. It's gone from 44 kilometers at the beginning. It was a lot lower than that in those wins, and we're now up to 49.3 in the last half hour. Oh, check this out, guys. Here's a good stat. By beating Christophe Laporte on the line in Ghent-Wevelgem, Intermarché's Wanty Gobert's Biniam Girmay became the first ever African rider to win a World Tour Classic. Okay. 1, Biniam. 2, Christophe Laporte. who's just back to racing after being off for almost a year. So I like that stat. Yorson Halle, there is rumors about the race in Rwanda. First, the race platform situation, and I don't think it's suitable for European riders. Second, the lack of prize. Dude, what do you mean by that? Yorson, okay, just explain yourself a bit. I'd like to know more. The rumors, the race platform situation. I actually saw one too, guys, just to be a little bit less conspiracy. So 2 riders have abandoned today. I saw some riders saying, I don't know if I believe this. They were talking about the elevation, the altitude. Okay, well, maybe if you only ever race at sea level, but all these guys are racing up high. They all do altitude camps. How high is it in Rwanda? What is the elevation like there? Intermarché riding, the left-hand side of the road. Visma Lisa bike, dead center. That looks like Ineos Grenadiers, I believe, right there. Hard to tell with helicopter shots here. I think we're looking at Fabio Jakobsen here at the back. Bunch of riders coming back on right now. So I don't know if there's a bit of a nature break there. Think this is Fabio. Yeah, this is Fabio at the back here for Picnic Postinel. He is waiting for his car to come up. He's kind of shooing through some of the other riders or the other cars. Munasad, 1. Dude, how about 2? I'm going with 2. Okay. So that dude, this is hilarious to me. Acceleration by Seb de Vert. Balois, Team Flanders Balois riders who's gone out the front. I don't think they're going to be out there very long. Other riders are reacting already. This dude was in the breakaway earlier today. Got caught. Was dropped by the Peloton. Now he's back out front attacking because he knows that the race is entering phase 2 right now. First passage of the finish line is coming up, guys. I don't think they'll stay away, but let's just watch this happen. So we've got, and this is the same guy as before too. Van Petegem was up there. Because I can't say his name. B Flares, dude, can you look at this guy's name? How do I say this name? It looks like Alexander, but it has no L in it. It's Axandre. That's a tough one for me. That is a very tough one. Yeah, Peloton super stretched out now, trying to catch this break. I think they're on them right now. Says they are caught. Yeah, they're caught. Peloton completely accelerated. They're trying to get away. Yeah, so Yorson, explain what you mean by the platform situation. Second, the lack of prize plays a big role too. So they, okay. Haha, 1 and 2. Okay. 15. I don't know what that means. Dudes, great chat today here, guys. I love it. I love chatting with you dudes. So much fun. This is what I've always missed out on, talking about cycling. And again, think of any commentator that you slightly dislike when they say something and you have no say in the matter. You're just like, whatever. I've done that for years and I don't want to listen to them anymore. I can see what's going on myself. I don't need to watch someone else tell me. Or the people that are super biased, or whatever you may not like about the commentators in the past. They're all juiced to the gills, and now they're commentating still. I know there's a lot of dislike for that. And again, I don't even really care myself. Juice away. If they needed to juice, they juiced away. Ooh, some sharp bends here, guys, too. This is where you got to be really careful. You need to be aware, and I'm sure the DSs are screaming at them, get to the front, get to the front. Guys, while we're here, I want to talk about... because I spent so much time looking at them. They have such good social media. They're so good at self-promoting. I'm the exact opposite. But Unibet, Titama, Rockets, these guys, you should know who they are. If you don't, it's very enjoyable to watch it. Lucas Kubas here, this guy is a real deal sprinter. They picked him up just this spring. This might be one of the best acquisitions by any team out there right now. He's champion of Slovakia. This guy is the real deal right here. The absolute real deal. You know, way back when in February, 2nd place at Tour de la Provence, finished 5th overall. Lots of first place in this French early season race. 9th place here at Lotto Femme Ardennes Classic. 7th place. He's a strong rider. National Championships of Slovakia. and now he's riding for Unibet Titema Rockets. That's their main sprinter. There's another dude here, though. I look at his name. If it'll load, I would say David. But I guess they pronounce it as Davide. So maybe B Flares can help with as well. Is that correct, B Flares? Is that how you guys pronounce David in Belgium? Is it always a Davide, or can it sometimes be a David? So the Unibet Titema coaches call him Davide. This guy is a really good sprinter too. Really good sprinter. 25 years old. The thing I like about Titema Rockets is a lot of the dudes were riding like amateur and were getting ready to quit. They were like, yeah, man, I can't get anywhere. No one can notice me. They got a chance through this team, and now they're competing. So, really cool to see. Davide. Okay, you can't explain. Okay, that's fine. Stock Bros here. This guy's really good too. Tomas Kopecky, really good. His brother's coming over next year. At the end of the year, his brother comes over. Here is his brother, Matthias Kopecky. My internet's really clunky, or the site's really clunky right now. Dream, if the lack of prize is a problem, it means UCI didn't find anyone willing to give more prize. Yeah, like why would there be no prize money? Like Alex, but without... Okay, I mixed that. Oh, like Alex, but without the L. You have to, yeah. So how is it Alex? How is it Alex then? Is it there's no L? You just pretend there's an L. Okay, dude, when there's no L, just pretend there's an L. I'm going with that. Dude, thank you. Okay, Yorson saying, the route is okay as I watched it last year, but the road was not smooth as it should be. I heard 3 riders in an interview after the race, they were complaining. Okay, so they've used this course before, obviously for racing. Oh, probably Tour of Rwanda, right? Okay, I'm going to go watch that race. I'm going to go watch that race today. That's Colin's job today. No, David is just special. Okay, it's not normal. Okay, gotcha. Normal, it's without the E at the end. Okay. See, I would say David, maybe, but not Davide. Okay, guys, I'm watching what's going on here. So Matthias Kopecki's coming next year. And if you look at this family too, they've got a sister, Julia Kopecki, who rides for Team SD Works Pro Time. Like, what a gifted family. Oh, yeah, and they're multi... Dad is Dutch. Sorry, Dad is Czech, Mom is Dutch. So you'll see here... She represents Czech Republic because you have to pick a country to represent. Tomas, that's the older brother. He represents Czech Republic. His brother, Matthias, represents... Oh, he does too. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought one of them did. Oh, he was born in Rotterdam though. Okay. I thought they all represented it, but maybe not. Let's get back to the race, guys. Getting sidetracked by family lineages here and whatnot. And here we go. Cess Bowles for Astana's pulling. Max Walker for EF Education is dropped from the Peloton. Probably just a quick little drop out the back. Maybe going to see the team car. Good route markers on the road here too. I do like this. But oh man, it is windy out there, guys. The trees are just blowing around everywhere. Every time they change direction, they could go into headwinds, crosswinds. Super, super narrow roads here. If you're on the back, and what? I think Mathieu van der Poel is sitting on the back. Flat tire for the sprinter, the main sprinter for UAE, Juan Sebastian Milano right now. So they're going from very, very narrow roads, cutting through little country fields. Now they come onto like a big expressway. So, bigger road. Yeah, it's kind of a pro and a con. Bigger road, you got more room to get draft, but also bigger roads are more open. Exposed to the wind. Peloton really dragged out here. Looks like 3 Astana riders on the front right now. So Astana is getting up, and the echelons are forming right now, guys. They are forming right now. I'm watching the EF rider out the back right now. And the Peloton is completely smashed. Now we're seeing it. It's a fresh breeze. So a fresh breeze is anything. It's 33 kilometers an hour. It's a fresh breeze. 33 kilometers an hour, I open the door and I slam it shut. I ain't even leaving the house. Bro, Mr. Belgium, I am not leaving the house at 33 kilometer an hour wind speed. I hate that kind of wind. Oh, seeing the flat tire for Milano here right now. He's actually pulling off the side of the road. waiting for the team car. Everyone goes racing through, so he's going to lose a lot of spots here. Yeah, Mathieu van der Poel looks like he's riding on the back of the peloton. The very, very back. Kind of a dangerous position to put himself in, but if there's anyone that I would think could bridge a gap, it would be him. Here's Milano, slowly trucking along. Yeah, flat back tire is completely flat. Just destroyed that carbon rim probably. Teams pulling in the second part of the peloton. Two-Door Pro Cycling and Unibet Titema Rockets. Oh yeah, guys, there's a huge split. I think we're going to see 3 echelons here. The second echelon is going to fall apart right now because they're completely across the road from the left-hand side to the right. There's not enough road left. If the winds keep going like this and the road doesn't change direction, there's going to be another echelon form. First echelon is probably 150 meters up the road. And they are changing direction right now. Second echelon, and then it's got a really long tail to it. Riders just hanging on for dear life off the back here. There were riders earlier on that have already fallen out. Got some trees there to protect them. Ooh, I love the echelons, guys. Love the echelons. Robert, love it that team spends so much energy and effort into aerobikes and air kit, and then this lady on the attack is flying a long ponytail. Yeah, yeah, I think it's harder for them. They got their hair. They try to hide it, but some do have the ponytails flying. Yeah, Astana and Lotto had a chat, and they are now drilling at the front. Good one, Fab Cycling. I can see Lidl Treks up there as well. That's Group 1. Front group, I'd say, is maybe 40 riders. The balance of the peloton chasing, and the gap's growing fast, guys. Gap is growing fast here. There is a good string of 20 riders just hanging on to the back of the peloton, like single file, just holding on. Remember, it's just a fresh breeze. One of the Unibet Titema Rocks, and I know his name, Axel Hoens, Dutch rider, flat tire. Jelte Krinsen for Team Jeko Alula is dropped. They're saying it's a 230 meter gap. My guess is 150. And we got Lidl Trek, who I just mentioned. They're accelerating the first part of the peloton. They're going now, guys. Let's not wait for them. Let's go now. None of this waiting around. That means Mathieu van der Poel is at the very back of the race. He is sitting on the back of the peloton. He's not in the first echelon, guys. Didn't see any sign of him yesterday. I did. I saw him. I go, that's Mathieu van der Poel right there. I can tell how he rides from a mile away. Very distinctive, his cycling style to me. Yeah, and here's Lidl Trek pushing with Flanders Balois going up with him. Decked out in their yellow gear. Lidl Trek waving him through. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah, I love the aggressive racing. There's no waiting around. I don't want to see that anymore. You attack when you can. That's what I love about the classics racing, the monuments racing. There's none of this, well, let's wait around because that guy won the Tour de France last year, so let's wait around for him. Let's make it even easier for him. Why do we not do that at Paris-Roubaix? Right? So at Paris-Roubaix, you have a bad stretch, see ya, you're gone. It's full gas from the second you start. At the Tour de France, we have these weird rules. Oh yeah, but he won it last year, so he gets special treatment now. No. We don't do that anymore. That's my rules. Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? And then it even happened at Strade Bianche this year. If Tom Pidcock, I think it was Pidcock, didn't slow down and wait for Poggi, would Poggi have won Strade Bianche? I look at it as, well, dude, if you can't keep your bike upright on the corners, maybe you shouldn't win. So, yeah. Guys grabbing balls. What do you guys think about that? Should they wait as much? Why do we do that at the Tour de France and we don't do that at the Classics? And then some guys are doing it at the Classics or other big one-day races. Good choice for Julia. A little chance of being national champion if their parents choose Dutch. Aha. Yes, Dream, you called it. You got it totally right there. I wouldn't have thought of that. Dream, I'm glad you're here. Yorson, if the Peloton finishes together today, Benny has a good chance as well, MVDP. Dude, I think Mathieu might be struggling. I think he's struggling at the back. I don't think he's over his pneumonia. And I hate to say it, but I think Mathieu might be pulling the pin. He's riding on the very back of the second peloton. I'll give you an update as soon as I can, but he just doesn't look great right now. He left the Tour de France because of pneumonia. Maybe he's not fully recovered. B-Flares, can't open 4 anymore. Dude, Penske file it. See you tomorrow. Dude, thanks for being here. We'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Yep, they waited for Jonas and it was okay. See you, B-Flares. Yep, dude, love having other people here. Love it. Okay, guys, let's see where we're now. Situation. So, yeah, here's the first part of the peloton, guys. It's, they're saying it's 14 riders. I think it's more than that. Ooh, and look who's up here. Oh, good move by Tim Merlier, too. Rui Oliveira, he's second overall. Tim Merlier, the big sprinter's up there with his teammate, Paul Magnier. Soudal putting the hurt on right now, guys. Soudal putting the hurt on. Edouard Affini here for Team Visma Lisa Bike. Binyam made the break. Thibaut Nice, Tom Scoynes, Jasper Stuyven, Tim Leclerc. Ooh, guys, look at this. There's 5 riders from Lidl Trek there. Smart move here. 5 riders from Lidl Trek. 2 from Soudal. 1 Visma. 1 UAE rider. I have to confirm that. Matty Mahoric for Bahrain Victorious. Decathlon rider Stan de Wolf. Ben Turner. Cedric Bulens for RKBNB. And this looks like a Tudor rider, maybe? Yep, Tudor rider Sebastian Coles Changizi. Danish rider. The break is 28 seconds right now. It's lumpy. It's a circuit. And just seeing what we happen with the echelons there, you just assume, we're not for sure yet, the winds stay constant, speed, and same direction all day. Every time they come around that circuit now, we're probably going to see the peloton potentially split again. Got one rider way off the back here, riding solo, being dropped. Who is that? Flanders. Seb de Weert. It's Seb de Weert again. So this guy's been in the breakaway today, got caught, pulled back, attacked again. Now he's ditched out the back again. Back behind the cars right now. So it says the chase group here is about 35 seconds back. Seeing 28 over here. You can see the front group is pretty big. 24 riders are showing. Could be bigger than that. And Movistar, they probably have no one up here. Unibet has no one up here. They're desperate to get riders in the front. So every time, let me have a look. Yeah, that is the second group there. Yeah, it's huge, the second group. Yeah, there's so many riders stuck back here. They don't have anyone in that front group. They're going to have to work so hard. Yeah, the peloton is definitely stretched out here. So I think when we come around for the circuits again, we're going to be exposed to the wind differently. Obviously, we're riding a loop. So where the peloton broke up last time because of that wind, we're going to hit that wind again. And it may further reduce this or blow out the back peloton too that's chasing hard. This is the front group here. Decathlon on the front right now. Soudal pushing. So we have 3 Soudal riders here. So I only saw 2 before because they weren't showing all the riders. There's 3 Soudal riders. That must be Bert Van Lerberg at the front. Van Lerberg pulling hard here. Big rider too. They got their big Domestico front. He's 1.9 meters tall, guys. Then, you've got Paul Magnier, 1.87 meters tall. Another big dude. He's the young guy. And then Tim Merlier, 1.88. All big dudes. All like 6 foot 2 inches tall and more. The other guy's probably 6'3". So they're going to have to work hard, this peloton, to try to bring this great break back. Sven Erik Bystrom, Groupama FDJ, has just abandoned the race. Brutal. I think there's more guys that drop out in this than there was at the Tour de France. This is some tough racing. Don, to be more specific, Jonas crashed and his teammates Simon Yates and Wout van Aert didn't want to wait, but Taddy made them slow down and wait. I barely remember. Yorson, it will finish like that. Okay, what is he referring to? Guys, I think I might grab a coffee here quickly. I've still got 51K to go. I could check up on the animals quickly, Yeah, we're just seeing that abandonment there. Before I leave, I'm just going to take a quick bounce over here to the Deutschland Tour. It's still 4 riders out front. Andrew August for Ineos Grenadiers. And we've got 3 pro-level riders here. Miguel Heidemann, Vincent Dorn, and Jan Nole. Soren Verenskal, the winner from yesterday of the prologue, is at the back of the peloton. They should be speeding up pretty quick here. Wow, their speed is so slow. It says their average speed is 34.6k an hour. Guys, that's really slow. They've been riding for 3 hours and 45 minutes, and they've only done 128k. There hasn't been really a ton of elevation, just a really slow pace today. That pace over there, yeah, that looks about right. They're not moving fast at all in this group. Oh, that's not what I want to do. And then we come to the Renewi Tour. Our average speed is 47k an hour. Flying here, guys. Flying. Okay, this is good to see here. Lidl Trek has 5 riders at the front. Soudal has 5 riders too. They're all popping up now. So Lidl Trek and Soudal dominating here at the front. Intermarché has 4 riders, including Binyam Girmay. Lotto has 4 riders, including Deli. Decathlon has 3 riders. Teams not in the breakaway: Movistar, Alpecin Deceuninck, Arkea, Team Jayco Alula, Cofidis, Groupama, and Unibet Titema Rockets. So those teams at the back there need to start working hard to pull this back. 41-second gap though. There's 40 riders in the first group. Probably have 80 to 90 riders chasing. So there's some teams that really did well here. Looks like Astana has 3 riders up front. Lotto's got 4 riders. Decathlon's got 3 riders. Bahrain does have 3. Fred Wright, Matty Mahoric, and Fran Mihilovic. Intermarché is going to be good here. Visma has 2. Eduardo Ruffini and Julian Vermote. Now it's short. Looking back here, we've got 2 Unibet riders just burying themselves. There's 3 of them there, trying to pull everything back here. These teams back here are really losing out. Guys, coffee break. I'll do this as quick as I can. Dudes, we're back. We are back. Let's have a quick look what's going on here. 47.1k an hour. Got the fresh coffee here going, guys. Fresh by instant. I had to boil the water up. 3 laps to go here. 35-second gap. So we know we lost that. We've got those big teams up front. We have 7 teams not even present in the breakaway. Okay, 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. We got the green KM coming up too. Green KM coming up here. This Rui Oliveira guy, he is going to want to be at the front for that one. He's got Florian Vermeesch to help him. They're going to have to take off. They are going to have to get away. But Tim Merlier is probably going to get time bonuses at the finish too. Let's catch you up with the chat here. Don's asking, how many cams are left in the stage? It looks pretty flat. I hope there aren't any big crashes. Dude, 45 kilometers still to go here. Most important part comes up in just over 20k. That's the green kilometer. That's where they can pick up 9 seconds in bonus time. If you look at the GC right now, 9 seconds takes you right to the front. Anywhere in the Peloton, I mean, 10 seconds back right now is basically the entire Peloton. So you get some time bonuses, get a time bonus at the finish. All of a sudden you find yourself leading the race. Flat tire for Jared Drisner's. This dude yesterday was in the breakaway and I think is sitting 6th or 7th overall. 6th place overall right now for Lotto. Lotto has 2 riders in the top 10 right now with their sprinter Arnaud Delis and the escapee artist Jared Drisner's from yesterday. If Jonas has a bad Vuelta, does he ever race again? Yes, he will, Robert. Dave's here. Yeah, he will. He's been a prop long enough now, a prop, that it won't cause a meltdown. May even cause him to come back stronger. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I hope we see a super competitive Vuelta. I don't want to see Jonas do a Poggi to La Vuelta. I hope it's just a really combative, aggressive race. Lots of lead changes. I'd really like to see that. 1 rider is riding on the bike path right now. 2 riders on the bike path on the side of the road. They just got caught out. Here's Drisner's waiting for a bike change for Lotto. Oh, wheel change. Guys, how annoying do you think it is waiting for a wheel change these days? You know, they get the little drill out. They put the through axle through it. With the quick releases in the old days, it seemed like it would be like 5 seconds. Now it seems like it's more like a 25-second stop. I don't know. It would drive me nuts. It looks like it takes too long. I agree. Dave just stirring the pot. Yeah, we like pot stirring. We do like some pot stirring here. But I'm not convinced how much he really likes bicycle riding. Is this another dude that's going to burn out soon because he started too soon? Dave, you weren't here yesterday, dude, but I think I was talking about it. And Dave, good to see you, dude. How's Toronto? There was a question on a podcast, a YouTube channel. Average speed over the last half hour, guys, 49.7k an hour for the last half hour only. They said, how can we help? Oh, Unibet's calling up other riders. Get up here. Man, it looks like they're going to struggle. I think this break might stay away for a while. They are not organized back there in the second group. And like I said, we're going to hit those same wins again. I think this Peloton might break up again. A lot of frustration here in the second group. But yeah, so there was a question. How do we stop these young guys from burning out? Don't put them in GC position when they're 19 years old. How about that? There's my answer for you. Peloton is so strung out right now. This may be echelon time right here, guys. I can see it happening. Little gaps are opening. They're going by too quick to see what the wind speed is here. Probably a fresh breeze. Let's see if we got fresh breeze still. Weather during the race. They're saying 31k an hour right now, guys. Echelons will happen here. There will be some echelon action. Tim Welland's riding along. Looks like he's eating a Pop-Tart at the moment. That's what I'm seeing out there. I'm imagining it's a Pop-Tart. I need Pop-Tart stat. I need some Pop-Tarts. Look at the way Poggi looks at Jonas and how differently he races when Jonas is in the Peloton. Yeah, Robert, those guys gaining an advantage on the bike path get yellow cars. Maybe. Well, there was I think there was some trees there, and it just kind of merged over. They ran out of road and they just skipped across the bike path. But yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of like riding the sidewalks up the cobblestones where the sidewalks are smooth. Yeah, also don't make them race too much and let them have a life off the bike. Yeah, so back in the old days, white jersey, 25 and under. Now guys they're all winning at under 25. It's not just Taddy, it's not Jonas, it's Egan Bernal, whoever else. There's been lots of young riders of the Tour de France. It's just becoming the common thing now. Identify them as teenagers, get them into the, get them into the camp and just train them to only do one thing with their lives. And by the time they're 25, they're pretty much done. 25, 26, kind of done. They probably hate it at that point. I can really see that, especially when you're winning all the time and you're so dominant. Maybe it becomes kind of like, whatever, I got better things to do. Different time, too. Look how much money Poggy's probably made compared to, say, Eddie Merckx in the old days. Huge difference in what the riders are making now. So Poggy could just say, yeah, I've made $50 million. I'm retiring. That's it. Oh, T. Royven, refresh the Deutschland Tour. We got that going on, man. 4 riders still up front at the Deutschland Tour. They are only 30 kilometers from the finish. 29 out. 4 riders, 37-second lead. They've been away for basically the whole day, it seems like. So we'll come back to that shortly. Going to watch Renewi here. I just love the echelon action here. Teams pulling in the Peloton, Decathlon, Movistar, Groupama, Cofidis, Team Jayco Alula. 31-second gap. Changes in direction again at this roundabout here. Just trying to see what these balloons say. Lots of road furniture too. And yeah, 40 riders in the front group, 33 seconds back. Wide open roads here. This is where it could happen again. I wish I could tell exactly where the first echelon happened. Then I'm going to know where it's going to happen again. There's Unibet. So this is the second group I'm looking at now. Cofidis sends 3 riders up to the front here to help out Groupama. 1 lone Movistar rider back here. Jayco Alula, EF. They're all coming up here, guys. Look, there's like a couple of big, tall riders for Jayco and Cofidis come up to the front. Try to start smashing their way through the wind. Let the big boys do the work. Big boys are coming out to play to pull this baby back. Yep, teams out in the breakaway. There's Groupama FDJ with Paul Penwet. That's their best rider in the GC. So yeah, 7 teams have totally missed the break here. DSs will be like losing their minds right now. Seeing a lot of riders at the back. This is probably... is this Drisner's? Is that who that is? Yeah, that's Drisner's. Jared Drisner's here. He's just coming back on now. He is actually using... there was a car there. I don't think it was a team car. He was using that car to bridge up. I swear he went over. He kind of slid out the left side. I think he slid up to the driver's side and probably said thank you. It looked like that to me. He kind of swerved to the left, came right back to the right, pulled up beside the driver's window and said something. And there's splits happening now, guys. There's splits happening through this town here. This is the chasing. Okay, let me figure out who this is, guys. This group is pretty... Yeah, this is the chasing group again. Ooh, this Picnic Post and L rider left a huge gap, leaving about 30 riders out the back. And now everyone's panicking, going, dude, you left such a break. We're all going to get dropped now. 2, 4, 6 riders trying to get across. That Picnic rider just shut it down. And now there's about 12 riders by themselves out back. That's where we're finding Movistar. 2 Movistar riders sitting right on the back. So yeah, one guy fades off the back and leaves. Oh, sorry guys, on the wrong page here. Come back to see what's actually going on. Okay, so coming up to the finish line for the 3rd time. Here's the Picnic rider. I think it's Fabio Jakobsen. I think that's Fabio. He is in struggle fest right here, guys. Let me have a quick peek here. I'll let you know if that was right away. It was Fabio Jakobsen. So he's the picnic rider that left a huge gap that basically caused that third Peloton group to form. He left such a gap, and the other guys were trying to... And there's been a crash up front, guys. I have not seen it on TV. Hopefully I'll get a replay here. Fabio Jakobsen is dropped and then caused this third group to form. So I think we have 3 groups out there now. They were all jumping as fast as they could, but they were jumping like over 40 or 50 meters trying to get back on. So let's see what happens here. Says there's been a crash in the front group, probably due to the winds. The trees are getting smashed around here, guys. Fresh breeze, yeah, right. This is like don't leave the house wind. Okay, driving hard, you guys. Groupama on the front, Visma, Lisa bike there. So this is the second group here. Kofid is riding on the front hard. Yep. Okay. Ooh, no, maybe this is the front group. There's a crash back there. Telling you what's going on here. Bauer and Victorious rider down. That looks like red, white, and blue here. But it looks like a Trek rider. It's a Trek rider, I can tell by the bike. Red, yellow, blue bikes. That's the Trek rider. I think that might be Soren Craig Anderson. I think that's who that is. I know one of them wears a different colored jersey. I'll tell you who that is right away. There's 3 riders still down there. For Lidl Trek here. Oh, sorry, it's not Soren Craig Anderson. Maybe it's Tom Scoins. Nope. Jasper? Trying to figure out who this is, guys. Sorry. Oh. No, it's not him either. Okay, we're going to have to wait to see who this is. Yeah, there was a crash at the back of the front Peloton here. Oh, I see. There was a lot of riders like deflecting out of the way for some reason. They were all shunting to the left. Finally, wheels clicked. And, ooh, yeah, quite a few riders got held up back there. Quite a few got held up. These guys should all get back across. It looks like they're all back together here. I'll figure who that rider is in a second here. Just wearing a white jersey for Lidl Trek. Youth rider for this race it's Colby Simmons. That's who it is. Okay, he's a Trek rider. So he was down, Bahrain Victorious rider down, a Decathlon rider down. Gap between the first part of the Peloton and second part of the Peloton is decreasing. Okay, I can see the big group coming now. And the front group, now they're playing curvy swervy, dilly-dally. They're all looking back. They're all looking back right now. Come on, dudes, let's go. They're all looking back. Yeah, how many missed bottles and bottles flying under wheels before somebody figures out a better feed zone technique? I know, right? You run over one of those bottles, you're going down. Merckx is still working and he's 80. Yeah. Average tour winner, average age was 26 at one time. Yeah, now it's too young and the guys are getting burnt out. They're at such a high level. So many differences from the front to now, from the past to now. These new young dudes, think about it. Most of them are winning. They're not even 25 years old. They've won everything in the cycling world. They're under constant social media scrutiny. They're basically fully accessible to the entire media world. Where in the past, Eddie Merckx could just go to a training camp and disappear. And they wouldn't know where he was. They couldn't track him down. He wasn't posting on social media to help figure out where he was. Okay, all the riders that crash are back on their bike. It's going to come back together, guys. So these guys let it come back together as far as I can tell. After the crash, they kind of lost the drive at the front to keep pushing away, and they've let this entire bunch come back now. I'm not impressed with that. I think they should have kept going for it. Yep, Fabio is dropped. I think Fabio's having a rough day. Still looking for Mathieu van der Poel, and they are all back together now. They're joining up now. They could have stayed away. However, we still have 34 Ks to go, and we're still going to encounter some more wins. Remember, it's not just one straight run here. It's multiple loops around, and the road changes direction, it seems, every couple hundred yards. So anytime we could get hit by those winds again. Robert, when you interview Andrew August, thanks, dude. Ask if he learned any German from all the time in that break. Yeah, dude, who knows, right? They probably all have a smattering of languages here. Okay, here it is here. The Latvian rider, that looks like Tom Scoins. I believe that's who that is for Lidl Trek on the front. They're pushing hard again. Them and Intermarché are pushing hard at the front together. So why didn't you do that before? Why didn't Lidl Trek and Intermarché just push hard before when, 7 of the teams weren't even there? They kind of just, like, again, curvy, swervy. That means they're doing this. And they're curvy, swerving all over the road, looking around. And then they let everyone come back. I would have just kept going. No mercy. Let's take a look at the speed here now. 47.3k an hour. We got just under 33 Ks to go, guys. Let's take a quick look over the Deutschland Tour here. Deutschland Tour, guys. Okay, what's going on over here? 27.3k to go. We have 2 groups at the front. Vincent Dorn, Jan Nale. 7 seconds back, we got Andrew August, the youngster, with Miguel Heidemann. Peloton 10 seconds behind them. And it's going to get kind of lumpy in that race over the next little bit. Generally downhill, but little kicks as you're descending all the way. There's a really nice sprint point here, which will be a good place to be in the lead. Oh, it's time point. 0 points. It's a time bonification. We love time bonifications, don't we? Intermarché on the left-hand side of the road. Why would they let them come back? Guess maybe they thought it was too far out. Still 32 kilometers to go, but they had 40 riders. Matthias Vasic back in the peloton. I thought that might have been a Czech rider back there with those colors. I think that's who they're talking about for Lidl Trek here, but I don't think it shows him wearing that jersey. Maybe he's wearing a different jersey today. Hang on one second here, Matthias. He is the national champion, so he's probably wearing the red, white, and blue jersey for Czech Republic. And he's their individual time trial champion, and he's their road race champion. So I saw a red, white, and blue rider down there with the Bahrain rider and the other rider who I can't even remember now. Everyone's back together. Dave, no one even competitive till they were 24 and had learned their craft. Yeah, I like that style now. You got me back on track, Dave. Used to be best young rider under 25 years. Best, and then they moved some to under 23. Even 23 is too old now. If you can win the Tour de France at 20, like, what's the young rider's jersey for? 12-year-olds? They push them too early into the sport when they're at probably their physical peak, but not their mental peak. I know there's a lot of studies out there that say that most people, especially males, don't hit their mental maturity until they're about 25. So you're putting these guys through the ringer, like huge pressure. They can do it physically, but mentally maybe they're not there to do it. And they burn out too early. Tree branches can be awful. Dave, are you riding your bike? Because you said I'm rolling again. Did you hit a tree branch? Julio Cesar Labrador R. My favorite for stage 2 is Mathieu van der Poel. Dude, I don't understand Spanish that well. I think that's Spanish. But yeah, you can figure that out. I love looking at different languages and trying to decipher it. And especially because I know what you're talking about. So his favorite for stage 2 is Mathieu van der Poel. Dude, he was riding off the back earlier. I don't know how good he feels. He left the Tour de France with pneumonia, which was quite a while ago. I did read something lately. He said his lungs still hurt to breathe. So I'm not sure how great he's doing today. Oh, and just noticing here, there's 2 riders off the front right now. Sorry. This is further back, guys. These are remnants trying to catch back on. Dribbles and drabbles of riders coming through. 2 riders went through. 7 riders here in a group. So riders are out the back, probably from the crash. 30 kilometers to go. It's only showing one group, but there's multiple little groups behind. Poggy has his stealth camper van to escape the world, complete with special sleep chambers and caffeine machines. I like that. It doesn't sound bad to be retired by 31 years old with a few million euros. Yeah, dude, that's the other way of looking at it. These guys can be at the top, start racing bikes when you're 15, 16, and by 25, you've got $30 million in the bank. Dude, trust me, I'd rather be in that situation than my situation right now. unemployed, and 56. So, Fignon won his first tour at 23. Sounds like Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Yeah, dude, like, I would not let those guys come back. Also, if I was Tom Pidcock at Strade Bianche, I would not have dilly-dallied and waited for Poggi. You just gave him a win. You've got the world's best bike handler, one of, Tom Pidcock. I think we could all agree with that. Probably top 2-3 bike handlers in the world. Takes the corner no problem. Sees Poggi wipe out behind him, tumble into the field, and then soft pedals waiting for him. Who's this coming down the bike path here? Oh my, yeah. Down this bike path, there's multiple riders on the bike path. Yeah, that's too blatant there. That's a different one than what I saw earlier. The one earlier looks like they had to go there. 4 or 5 riders riding like the civilian bike path. They might get in trouble for that, I think. That one there. That one was ridiculous. That occurred at like kilometer 29. Dawn, I got so wrapped up with work this morning, I am just opening my Pop-Tarts right now. Strawberry frosted. Dude, I got none here. I'm going to tell Joey Jojo to put a Colin Bachelor emergency Walmart order in. That's what I'm going to have to do. Like, stock me up. Frozen pizzas, burritos, Pop-Tarts. What else do we need? I'll be dropping them at the airport tomorrow. And when they leave a bit earlier, they were going to leave at 5, now they leave at 3. Something got screwed up with the reservations. Addison was going to have to fly by herself. I said, let her fly by herself because I'm cheap. And they switched it all. So they're leaving even a little bit earlier tomorrow. That's okay. I'm going to get a new blade for the lawnmower tomorrow, guys. Robert, you can be young only once, but immature your whole life. Words I live by. That's probably me, Robert. I think that's me. Truth. Tom Pidcock is a top-tier bike handler. Okay, so let's say you're Tom Pidcock, guys. This is you. Strade Bianche, it's not a monument, but it is a very respected race. To win at Strade Bianche is a big deal. The finishing in that plaza. Would you have waited for Poggi at that point? Drop from the Peloton, Tim de Klerk for Lidl Trek and Cyril Desal for Wagner Base and WB. Watching them on screen right now. The big guys out the back, it looks like. Pretty high speed moving Peloton here, guys. Okay, so there it is again. Get some Gatorades. I like the zero sugar ones. Yep, I always have Gatorade here. I even have powdered Gatorade hanging out when I'm on my good training so I can take that afterwards. Find sometimes I have really bad issues with electrolytes. Had one yesterday. Oh, got the flat tire fixed, guys. So raced to town, got that fixed. Came home and I had some chores to do outside. Oh, there's another break here, guys. There's another split in the Peloton. So they're hitting that point where it happened the first time. So, yeah, they're showing you one group. There's multiple groups there. This is a group of probably 10, 12 dudes. Some are trying to bridge up right now. 3 are bridging up. They're trying. All left to right across the road. So once this camera zooms out a bit, should never have waited for Poggi. Van der Poel didn't wait for him at Roubaix. Exactly. You know, it's like, yeah, at Roubaix, oh, you're done? You're done. That's it. Bye. Oh, you crashed? See you later. No one's waiting for you. No other race. At the Tour de France, I get it. It's kind of an unwritten thing that you do. But other things have changed about the Tour de France. Okay, best young riders jersey. That's completely changed. Now riders are winning at 19, 20 years old. But we still follow these old traditional rules like, oh yeah, he had problems, so let's make it easy. Why are you giving the best rider in the world every opportunity and making it easier for him? And yeah, if Van der Poel would have waited for him, I would have just lost it. But Tom Pidcock basically said, yeah, here you go, Poggi. Here's the race for you. I guess maybe he wants to ride with Poggi at some point. Maybe that's it. Because I would have just left him for dead myself. If you can't handle your bike on these roads that I have, that I'm superior at riding, then you shouldn't be riding with me. I think all races should be equal. Poggi's got the big engine. I think everyone can say that Tom Pidcock doesn't have the same engine as Poggi. Tom Pidcock, you know, mountain biker, cyclocross rider, Olympic champion. He's an Olympic champion, isn't he? Maybe he's world champion on the mountain bike. He can stay up right on his bike. So, yeah, crashes are never good, but that was your one chance to beat him. That was it. T. Royven says, yeah, if you overcook the corner, yeah, and then Don says, if Poggy overcooked the corner, ended up in a field, I wouldn't wait. If the hand of God touched me fell, I would wait. Okay, then, God, yeah. Dude, he overcooked the corner, crashed, and went into the field. Castrata Bianche, it was on one of the white roads. It was during the gravel sections. Okay, I don't know who that is for Lido Trek. Grabbed his bottle, missed it. I think all he managed to grab was the gel. Took the gel, slammed it into the ground. Thibaut Nice. Yeah, he was not happy about that bottle pass, so he's desperate for a drink right now. And you got to get back here. Yeah, he missed the bottle. Looks like all he grabbed was the gel. Yeah, echelons again. I'm watching it right now, guys. A lot of traffic control. There is a gendarme standing right in the middle of the road flagging. Like, riders are going around him. Oh, it happens again right now. It's not his fault. He's standing on the left-hand side of the road. They're taking a right-hand corner, but they're all filtering around him. He's kind of like in a panic, like, which way do I go? 15 riders with a small gap right now, guys. Here it is. Misses the bottle. This is Thibaut Nice again. First bottle he misses. He goes for a second bottle here. Grabs the bottle, misses it, has the gel in his hand, takes said gel, smashes it on the ground. It explodes everywhere. I didn't know you could do that with the gel. Head of the race. Hammer time, guys. Hammer time. Alpecin de Koenig at the front. Mathieu van der Poel was playing possum earlier. He's in the mix, guys. He is in the mix. My friend, I think his name was it, who was that earlier? The guy who I had to do some minimal translation of what he was saying. Julio Cesar. Labrador. Your boy's on the front, dude. He's on the front right now. Oh, yeah. Guys, the echelons are forming now. 10, 12 guys in the first group. 10 riders in the second group. A big blob, only maybe 15, 20 riders in the third group. So the front peloton is now absolutely imploded here. Trees are blowing hard. Looks like the winds are coming from the right-hand side of the road across. They're echeloning from the right-hand side to the left-hand side right now. And then there's a gigantic string of riders behind them. Oh, man, it is on. It is on right here. I love it. So they're saying there's a group of 20 up front, so it's all kind of coming together there. But there is definitely echelons here. Now it's time to go. Tim Wellens on the front. Dude, you've won the race 4 times. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. So 20 riders. It's only giving us 4 right now. That is Florian Vermeesch opening up that gap. I can see a UAE rider off the front. One group up the front, a second group in the middle, a third long string at the back, multiple little groups in between. There's riders way out the back still. Yeah, grocery order coming in hot. Let's get that grocery order placed. Lots of cereal, maybe Sugar Pops, Captain Crunch. Robert, yeah, exactly. Why wait in a one-day event? A guy crashes, race on, stage race may be different. Don't want a reputation as a jerk when you have to race with these same guys dozens of times per year. Yeah, I understand that. So yeah, stage race different. Stage race different up till a point. At a point, that all falls apart. And it's funny too, I can see guys complain and then they do the same thing to someone else. Like remember when Andy Schleck attacked and Contador went and then Andy complained about it? Well, Andy Schleck did the same thing, I think, to Sylvain Chavanel. I think Sylvain Chavanel had the jersey earlier in that race. He did the exact same thing to him. Tom Pidcock, Olympic gold in 2024, mountain bike. It was awesome. Yeah, so like that's his talent. They're not all the same riders. And that's why I keep saying all these big races, there should be a time trial. There should be at least one mountain climb. There should be a flat stage for the sprinters. There should be something extra technical for the technical dudes, which is kind of all of them. But he crashed on a gravel section into a field, sat there for a second looking around. Tom Pidcock could have been half a kilometer up the road. Okay, big jump coming here from, looks like Tim Wellens right now. Huge acceleration by Tim Wellens. Florian Vermeesch, I think, is... No, it's a picnic rider up the road. I think they call it Vermeesch. Picnic rider up the road. Let's figure out who this is. Niels Eekhoff for Team Picnic Post NL. Counterattack by Tim Wellens. Niels pick. Okay, I was just going to look at him here. Oh, guys, we're coming to the Green KM. Green KM is right now. Okay, this is where it's going to get hot. This is where you want to be out front by yourself. Most bonification seconds, 10 for Tim for winning the stage yesterday. Rui Oliveira got 8 out on the road. Dries got 7. I'm thinking more of the Green KM. So it was Rui Oliveira, Dries de Bont, and Jared Drisner's yesterday. So I'm watching this closely here now, guys. Looks like another rider on the bike path, but that could be a civilian. It is, I think. Yeah, just a normal dude out riding his bike. Just check. Well, maybe not. Might be pulling over, actually. And we are... Another acceleration by Fred Wright, it's saying. Less than 20 kilometers to go. We are at the Green KM now, guys. It's coming up right away. I'm looking for the signage on the road. So there'll be a point right away. I think there's like a warning sign. Green KM, 500 meters away. So that I think that'll be the start of the Green KM. We're almost upon it now. Or actually, we may have passed through it. I might have missed that first part. So who's getting time bonifications here? May have to figure this all out later. Bahrain Victorious on the left-hand side of the road right now, coming up to the front. So 20, yeah, slightly behind here, guys. Gonna see how this all goes down. Yeah, here's Fred Wright going through the time bonifications itself and does not get it. Looks like someone else is coming up beside him here right now. Darker color jersey. Video freezes. I think a Groupama rider got that time bonification. Maybe Decathlon second. Bahrain Victorious rider third. There will be another one coming. So is that it for the Green KM there? Nope. Still Green KM points coming, guys. So it's over 1 kilometer. I think they do it over 1.1 actually. They give them a warning, then it starts. 500 meters later, you got another one. 500 meters, you got the last one. Back of the peloton here. So this is Thibaut Nice still. He's finally getting his bottle that he wanted from the car. Has a bottle, throws it into the ditch. Well, throws it this fan on the road. Binyam Girmay sitting well at the back here with Thibaut Nice right now. So Binyam not at the front fighting for time bonifications. Got one decathlon rider sitting out front here. Let's get some updates on the times. Need time updates, folks. So no breakaway going through this time, just attacks come off. Alpecin de Koning going up the left-hand side right now. Okay, just a little short dig. Having a look. EF's in the mix over there too on the left-hand side. Oh, Papa Marino. I have a cheeky Visma parlay on Brennan and Coy to both win today, 25-1. Ooh. Dude, I got to get into the sports betting. I got to figure it out. It would make it a lot more fun for me. Swooshkit, they just gave a tie in the West Bohemia Tour. Dude, I know that race is on 2 for 3rd place. Never see that. Yeah, I don't know where you see that race. Maybe it's... Dude, you know what? I see a lot of weird races on YouTube at night. They show them later in the day. Maybe it's live right now and you just don't get to see it. Could be like a local television even broadcasting it. 17 kilometers. Yeah, 17.6K to go, guys. So we're all done with the Green KM here, obviously. I'm just waiting for some results. Nothing showing up yet. This is all from yesterday, what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that was Jensen Plowright coming to the front before. That's 1 minute ago, though. It's all kind of like really chilled out now, guys. Okay, so cheeky Visma parlay on Brennan and Coy. So that's going to be our Visma Lisa Bike Bros. So let's see. Coy, right there, Olaf Coy. That is a good bet, that one. And Brennan. I'll have to take a look at that. Now, I think with the parlay, again, dude, I'm not really good with the betting. That means you need multiple things to happen, right? You're parlaying it. So it'd be kind of like picking 1, 2, and 3 in different races to win. But so you got a bet, I think, that's on 1st and 2nd, I think. To both. Oh, sorry. He's in a different race. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, that's a good bet. I think you said check out Bet365 or something. I'm going to start doing that. I think it'd be a bit of fun. I'm not going to bet a lot, obviously, just a little bit. Just to, kind of put some excitement into it. I got more into it. I don't really need that, but it would just be a little bit more fun. Like, $5-10. Couple of quid, Pop Marino. Don suffers injuries from eating Captain Crunch. I love it. Wow, that's bold, Pop Marino. Crossing your fingers for you. Guys, how did... maybe I've missed this one. I hope I haven't missed the finish. GP Lucien Van Imp, what's going on over here? Attacked by 2 riders in the peloton. Guess who? Lorena Vibes. Team SD Works Pro Time pulling in the peloton. They've only got 14.7 kilometers to go there. Awesome stuff. Final lap here for the boys over at the Renewi Tour. Been a tough race. Fighting the winds, fighting the narrow roads. Belgium, absolutely love it. There's so many good places to see in Europe, though. That's what would be hard for me to go to Europe. Let's say you took I know people say, oh, you can't just go for a week or even 2. You got to go for 3 weeks. I would need 6 months. Yeah, I'd need about 6 months. Maybe I'd go over and cover the entire cycling season. Just do it independent rogue gonzo reporting. Just reporting from the field. Living out of a caravan. Dude, I like it. Worth a tickle. I like that. Oh, crash at the back here. Got an Unibet rider down on the right-hand side of the road. And 3 other riders on the left-hand side. Roads are too narrow here. Roads are so narrow. Flanders Balois riders up. Little look back. You okay, bro? I don't care. Gotta go. So he's off. Unibet rider still down. His bike is actually over on the other side of the ditch. I think they ride Cannondales, I believe. And he's sitting for a long time here. It's Abram Stockman. He's got his jersey wide open too. Ooh, I think they're looking at his collarbone. Trying to see the crash happen here again. Yeah, he went flying off the right side. Other guys went off the left side. 2 riders hit the ditch on the left. One just put his foot down. But Stockman hit pretty hard. Oh yeah, he hit hard. He did a full endo, so obviously his hands went out. Yeah, and something snapped, I think. I think he knows it right away. I think it's his right side, his right collarbone maybe. Ew, don't like to see that. Not sure, but bonification might still be illegal in Oregon. When was that from? I missed that one. Drone feed zone. Oh, drone feed zone. Yeah, drop drones on them. Dream, 18 kilometers to Vibes win. Yeah, exactly. Brennan at the Deutschland Tour. Yeah, okay, dude. I figured that out when you said that right away. So that's T. Royven talking there. Brennan is on the other team. Other sprinters win at the Deutschland Tour. So you're parlaying it. So you're amplifying the bet almost, I think is what it means. The Peloton here over at the Renewi Tour is not messing around right now, guys. 3 Visma Lisa bike riders at the front. Decathlon there as well. 1 Lotto rider. EF present as well. I bet you this is the windy section again. We're in the windy section again. Everyone is single file already. Single file already, and I think the Peloton's going to implode real quick here, guys. Everyone's getting tired. I can see gaps forming now already. Trees are rock and rolling. So when they leave the town and they get out into the open fields, you can see this crop hasn't been cut yet. And it's like a wave crossing through it. You can see the winds blowing right through it. I feel like I'm at home watching this. Echelons are already forming, guys. Hasn't even shown up here on Pro Cycling Stats. The echelons are already forming right now. Small gaps. They're going to be fighting extra hard right now not to fall off. Eduardo Affini at pulling. Guys got a great time trial under him. And again, riders are on the bike paths. See, there was no reason. The road wasn't that wide there. But they zip over on the little bike path on the side. There's tons of them riding the bike path. Why? Oh, do not take that shortcut because you'll get kicked out of the race if you take that one. Change in direction again. See what happens with the Peloton now. Yep, a couple of ditch divers saw that. I think Fab Cycling, I think ones were hurt pretty bad. Dream. Parlay multiplies the payouts, so $1 can win 16 for a $4 win parlay with 50% payout each. So if one loses, you get $0, just like the mass. Okay. Yeah, I don't do a lot of, yeah, so, okay guys, echelons are forming here. One at the back, looks like there's a second one trying to open up right now ahead of us. Riders just dangling on the back here. Yeah, this is my kind of racing. Oh yeah, he did like full, as I would call, he did a full end over. And he was the only one to go down on the right-hand side. He must have just touched someone, they clash of wheels, and he just went flying. Yeah, 3 groups right now, I'm seeing that. Okay, watching here, guys, 11 kilometers to go. Just kind of reading everyone's comments here. Bert Van Liberg dropped. Let's just jump back over here. Have they finished yet? Getting close. 11 kilometers to go. And yeah, like, I don't even know what the odds are. You should bet on Lorena Vibas. Probably terrible odds. Situation. Quinty Schoens here for Volker Vessels. Yeah, this is my favorite team. I love watching the Volker Vessels ladies at the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. They were super aggressive. Again, so this year, Volker Vessels Women's Pro Cycling Team, CTW. I can see right here it says Volker Vessels Cycling Team, PRW. So are they a Pro Series team now? So they went from Continental to Pro? I don't remember that before. So it says it says 2025 they're a Pro Series team. Okay, I just screwed up the years there in my head, guys. But Pro Team going up against the World Tour teams at the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. And they were super aggressive. So we've got that going on there. We got the Renewi Tour here. Just going to give it a refresh. Under 10K to go now, guys. It's going to get really fast here quick. Tibor Del Grosso is sitting on the wheel of Christophe Laporte. 2 riders up the front. Okay, yep. So that's what it's saying. We have 2 riders from Team Visma Lisa Bike at the front. Then we got Tibor right behind them, a UAE rider there, and another Alpecin rider. I'm trying to see if that's Mathieu. Kind of has the look of Mathieu van der Poel to me. Haven't seen him for a little bit, actually. Oh, there's a lot of Alpecin guys lurking here. Decathlon's at the front, too. Astana on the far left-hand side. Now the whole peloton kind of just flattens out at the front. Kind of becomes a block wall at the front. Will be launching soon, guys. It will be launching soon. While I'm here, I'm going to just bounce back here. Oh, Deutschland Tour is over. I won't give you any spoilers here if you guys want to watch it. Lidl Trek on the front right now. Here they go. Here they're on the front. Lidl Trek's here. 2 riders up front. Vasek is back. He's fine. That's the rider I saw go down earlier who I couldn't identify at first with his red, white, and blue, but he kind of looked like a Lidl rider. They got those yellow patches on their shoulders and on their bibs. Team Jaco Alula rider deciding to ride in the gravel on the left-hand side of the road. He must be waiting for a wheel change maybe? Or why would you ride there? He looks like he's going to stop on the side of the road. So he must already have a flat and was just trying to get out of the way. Pop Marino, holy crap, on the line in Germany. Dude, you can talk about it here. Let's know what happened. Oh, Tudor rider going. No, it's Tim Wellens off the front, guys. I thought it was Tudor at first, saw all the blacks. Tim Wellens for Belgium, UAE, going off the front. But 10-meter gap over Lidl Trek. Lidl Trek has 2 riders at the front, Astana, and trying to figure out that 3rd rider there. Oh, Decathlon riders there too. Movistar. Movistar is in the mix. Movistar is in the mix at the front, guys. Small group forming at the front right now, probably 7 or 8 riders. Ooh, green kilometer. Matty Mahort got time bonuses there. Valentin Matto asked for Groupama FDJ and Oliver Nassen. So I haven't seen all of them yet. Okay, they're updating them now. Which riders accumulate the most bonification? Dries de Bont got some because he's tied with Tim Merlier now. Let's just keep a look at this, guys. 6.7 kilometers to go. Lidl Trek rider off the front solo right now. So that little group kind of fell apart, and the Lidl Trek rider went. Jasper Stuyven, that's who it is. Movistar sitting, chasing. UAE sending riders up now. One rider coming from UAE. Team Visma, Lisa Bike, Decathlon reacts. Peloton's getting smaller by the second, guys. I think riders are slowly drifting out the back. Hanging on as long as they can. Very, very tough course. Saying Jasper's been brought back now. There will be counterattacks right away. And who is that there? Trying to see who this is. Looks like an EF rider in an orange jersey. Who will that be? EF rider in an orange jersey. Movistar rider flicking him through like, come on, bro, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, 2 and 3 riders going up, being brought back. It's Colby Simmons. Colby Simmons will have the orange jersey. Oh, and the Movistar rider is Tesfatation. I can't say that name. Tesfatation. Air Train rider. Tesfatation. How about Nat? We'll just call him Nate. His name's Nate. Because we're bros. We've got nicknames. If Wellens is drilling it for UAE, the only thing they could do is hold on. Exactly. But now it's... who is it now? Guys, it's changing so fast. Now we've got an Arkea B&B guy on the front. Just 2 riders to get it. It's like 2 go up, they get caught. 2 go up, they get caught. Acceleration by Miles Scottson. That's the rider for Arkea B&B. And there's a UAE guy going with them. I think they've already been caught. They're being caught right now. Visma brings them back. So they're on the right-hand side of the road. And there's going to be more attacks going. Looks like there's going to be an acceleration coming up the right-hand side here. Watching it right now. UAE rider coming up the right-hand side of the road. I think he's going to... 2 UAE riders sitting on the front now. So I think they're just trying to line up some firepower, horsepower in the front end. 4.6 kilometers out, guys. 4.6 kilometers. It's currently 5 to 9 in the morning here for me. We'll be on the bike later. Lots of stuff to do around here too. Okay, so looks like there was a really close finish in the Deutschland Tour. Colby Simmons is going again. Colby Simmons attacks again out the front. UAE reacts. It is so windy here right now. This is not a fresh breeze. Some of these trees look like they're going to fall over. Visma Lisa Bike has 4 riders on the front, bringing everything back. Yeah. Can't see any Soudal riders yet. Like, where's Tim Merlier? Where's Mathieu van der Poel? Red Bull's up there. EF's up there. Sitting right on the Visma Lisa Bike team riders. There's 4 of them there. Use them to surf your way in. Olav Koy sitting on the back of that train, obviously. Soudal. Soudal's lurking in about 20th place. There's 3 of them all lined up there. 4 riders for a picnic. I'm not sure if Fabio Jakobsen's here or not. Tim Merlier sitting 20th, 25th place, something like that right now. Got to see the photo. Yep, very close there, saying Milan. Ooh, okay, so Pop Marine may not have got his bet. Dude, will you get a partial bet out of that if you do a parlay? If you win on one, do you get the other one too? Or you got to get both? Yeah, Yorson. I've heard the name said before. Tesfayaxon. Yeah, I've heard it said at World Tour events. Team Jayco Alula moving up the right-hand side right now. Getting position. Groupama FDJ coming as well. Arnaud Delis lurking a little bit further back. Where is Benny right now, dude? I don't see him. I don't see him yet. No Intermarché riders on the front right now. Got Jayco looking prominent in the center of the screen. Visma's doing all the work pulling on the front right now. Groupama lurking as well. Come on, Intermarché. You're usually the easiest team to see. Not right now. Super narrow roads, too. They must be hard for positioning on this course. Lots of riders getting forced to the side of the road. Okay, Soudal's getting closer to the front now. 3 Soudal riders very prominent in the middle of the screen right now. Could even be 4 of them. 4 of them, actually. But where is Tim Merlier right now? Tim Merlier is going to be in a different color jersey because he's leading the GC overall. I'm looking for a white jersey. Okay, here's Biniam now. He's on screen now. Just trying to get an idea of where he is. Okay, he's not far back from the front. He's on the very right-hand side of the road, sitting maybe 8, 9 riders back. So he's in a perfect spot right now. Just in that little toe draft zone behind the Visma Lease guys. On their right shoulders, they've got the Soudal train. UAE on the very, very far left-hand side of the road. Alpecin, De Koninck, Bahrain, Victorious hanging over there. 2.3 kilometers, guys. Binion moving up even closer. Does have a teammate with him now. He's got one teammate with him. They're right on Olav Koi's left shoulder. Super windy here, guys. Super windy. Yep, Robert, you got it. He was sneaking up that gutter. He's now sitting right behind Visma and Soudal. He's in perfect positioning. Looks like Alpecin's getting out of the saddle now, starting to wind things up here. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Alpecin's winding it up too. Soudal reacts to them at the exact same point. 1.7 kilometers to go, guys. Okay, I'm a little bit delayed here, so I'm watching my feed now. Gonna ignore that. I'm about 300 meters behind here. Visma just quickly falls apart here, guys. Visma, 3 riders at the front, just completely got blown apart. Picnic Postanel sitting on the left-hand side looking strong. Actually, Decathlon's got a ton of riders up there too. As I said, Visma Lease Bike is falling apart, but they have one Visma rider still on the front by himself. Another yellow jersey in about 8th place. That's got to be Olav Koi hanging out back there. I got to guess maybe that's Christophe Laporte on the front. It is Christophe Laporte on the front. I'm looking over here for some help. Yeah, Eduardo Affini just like completely bombed out there. Watch him Biniam here now. Okay, so Christophe Laporte just hit the brakes too. Olav Koi will be by himself. 2 Picnic Postanel riders riding 1st and 3rd place. I think we got Groupama in there. Jaco Alula's in the mix. I'm looking for Merlier. He's going to be hard to identify with his different color jersey. I'll have to watch for his riding style. That's what I'm going to have to do, especially from these helicopter shots. We're looking directly down at the riders right now. Under a kilometer to go, guys. EF's push sending a rider out the front here. Late attack here at the 1 kilometer mark by an EF rider. People are reacting. There's maybe a 4 or 5 meter gap. This will probably go nowhere. Seeing, it looks like the last Intermarché rider just pulled off. Koi still sitting in probably 8th place. Soudal is hanging further back here. Jaco Alula takes the front. EF's gone. Jaco Alula has 2 riders on the front. Girona Vegas here. Picnic just powers right through the middle here. Someone's cranking a monstrous gear here. Again, looks like 2 riders from Alpecin De Koninck are on his wheel. Decathlon coming. It looks like a late attack. This looks like Mathieu van der Poel leading out here to me. That's not Matthew because he led for about 4 seconds. Sprint's going off now, guys. Picnic looking strong on the left-hand side. Visma takes over. Olav Koi comes through, guys. This looks like a cakewalk for Olav Koi. It is. Yeah, he surfed wheel so great. Biniam looks like he was in the top 10 there. That's only another rider I know is coming through. Alpecin didn't really have a great lead out. Whoever did the leading out there only lasted for maybe 1 or 2 seconds in the final acceleration. Yeah, Olav, all the way. I was very easy to keep track of him. When there's 4, I lost track. I didn't even see Tim earlier, to be honest. And the camera shot for that one, guys, was so high and far away. Basically, I'm just looking for colors and trying to remember everyone is Pavel Bittner for Picnic. That's who that was. So, we know who the big sprinter now is for Team Picnic. Fabio is not on form right now. Yeah, Koi's got it. I didn't really see, like I said, guys, I didn't really see Soudal at the front there at the end. And I mean, I know that Merlier will be wearing a different color jersey right now, but I didn't see any Soudal riders right at the front on that big lead in. They might have got there at the very last second. I need to see a replay here. Oh, Merlier is in that funny blue jersey. Coy is in his... Okay, so I was seeing 4 blue Soudal riders. He would have been one of them then, instead of his white jersey. So nice ring for Coy here. Some elbows thrown in that finale. Yellow cards for Cofidis. I saw... So, Robert, when you say that, I was going to say it. I think Binyam was having trouble with the Cofidis rider. That's what I was seeing. And I was going to say Binyam's doing a good job. I think there was a little bit of argy-bargy going on there. Let's go, Papa Marino. Congratulations. So, Papa Marino, if you didn't get the one at the Deutsch Tour, but you win this one, do you win half your bet? Like, how does that work in a parlay? Again, don't really get it. We've got a Visma rider still coming into the finish now. Fab Cycling told you Jumbo lead out. Readout was perfect. Delivering the last right-hand corner safely. Okay, Fab Cycling. Merley was 4th wheel when the sprint started. Lead out. Yeah, okay, I read that wrong too. Boom. The Prince just jumped in here. We've seen this guy before. Merley remains the leader. Coy might not be tier 1, but has a nice lead-out team. Yeah, and that's the difference, guys. Jonathan Milan, tier 1. Fastest guy out there. Tim Merlier, right there too. Jasper, right there as well. Then there's other very, very fast dudes who are very smart. Okay, I'm trying to watch this again here, guys. That must be Pavel Bittner going straight up the center. I think. It's a picnic rider for sure. 2 Alpecin riders chase. Decathlon riders there, Astana riders there. There's Jayco rider. And I think Pavel's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it was a Cofidis rider interacting with Pavel Bittner, I think. Yeah, here comes Pavel now. He comes way up the outside. Visma's going strong here, too. That's Olav Koy going in. Pavel Bittner will get second. And then, ooh, late last kick by the Cofidis rider. So who is that for Cofidis? He might get in trouble for that. Maybe. So Visma, Coy, Picnic, Cofidis rider, and then a Tudor rider right there. Can't identify one. Dude, thank you so much. Pop Marino sharing the love with me. Dude, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I love your betting information, by the way. And Dream, exactly. Coy's not all-out fastest guy around, but he's smart. And they have a phenomenal lead-out train right now. Trying to see who all these riders are, guys. Robert, Evil Viva's just ready to pounce second wheel. Let's go, Cat. Okay, guys, let's do that. I'm going to jump to that quickly because you guys want to see it. So we're going to the GP Lucien Van Imp. Visma pretty excited there for Olaf. Oh, we just missed you guys. Lorena Vivas wins. What do you know? So Lorena did win. I missed that. I thought I still had about 10 kilometers to go. Deutschland Tour's over. They still say it's live, but they're finished. So they've just finished their Renewi Tour. Olav Koy. Great win. Great. Like they popped him in at the right time. Yeah, so I saw Cofidis having a bit of trouble with Binyam earlier. And then definitely, I think, with Pavel Bittner there at the end. Now, GC. Actual GC stage 1. So we need actual GC after stage 2. Someone said Tim finished 4th. Again, Pop Marino, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. And just being here every day. For everyone else, I just love everyone being here every day, contributing to the chat, sharing the cycling knowledge. There's so much history, details. It's really hard to follow all of it. I go down a rabbit hole every day. I learn about a new race, rabbit hole, all day long. T. Royven, Olav is one of the best sprinters. Hope Visma keeps him because there's been rumors of him going to the decathlon. Really? Oh, I don't want that. Start list. Yeah, here's Olav here. Let's take a look at him. Yeah, he's out of contract at the end of this year. Next thing he's doing is the men's tour of Britain. Hopefully I can do that one too, guys. I'm going to take a look and see how I can do that. Robert, great morning. Bike racing. Thanks, Colin. Smashing like button. Robert, thank you so much, dude. Robert, straight out of Oregon. Love you, dude. Thanks for being here. Papa Marino, Visma, boom, boom, even without Van Aert help. Exactly. Wout's doing his thing over at the Deutschland Tour. And we got Visma doing their thing here. 23-year-old. This guy's got a big career ahead of him. 7th yesterday. 1st today. I would be signing him on for another year. Another cup. This guy, you sign him on for 3 more years right now. 3 stages at the Giro. The ZLM Tour. I should know that. I should know the ZLM Tour. I've heard the name. I don't know which one that is, though. 5 stages at the Tour of Poland. 3 stages at Paris-Nice. Like, come on. Sign this. Yeah, lock him in. I'm sure they're negotiating right now. So I don't think he'll be leaving. If he was to go to Decathlon, I think he's not going to win as much. He won't have the same kind of lead-out train. So just going to give it a couple minutes here, guys, till I see. Actually, I know what to do. This is what you do. You come to here, and hopefully you can get, Brennan. Matthew Brennan. Oh, he did. Oh, geez, I didn't even know that. So, okay, so Paul Maria, you did win both. Awesome stuff. 25-1 odds as well. Geez, dude, that's awesome. And as you said, might as well give it a tickle, right? I think that's what your words were. Wow, dude, that is so good. Yeah. What a great day. This West Bohemia race, so we got Lotto winning there. Moro Kulitz. This is probably Lotto development team, individual time trial. Tour Bitwa. Finnegan Murphy. Looks like a New Zealander. I think he's a New Zealander. He is a New Zealander. Oh, he's X-Speed United as well. These are the dudes I was telling you guys about. This is a Canadian team. Canadian continental team. They do a lot of racing in Europe. Wow. So I've actually did commentary on some my whoosh events, and some of the X-Speed United younger dudes were racing in those races. Enrique Martin being one of them. And I think he's in that race. I'd have to double check it. Tour of Bitwa. Yeah, startless here. X-Speed United, where are they? Okay, he's not at this race. It was a different race I was watching him at then. I can't even remember which one it was now. Finnegan Murphy right here. Good race there too. Watching that final sprint again. So GP Lucien Van Imp, Lorena Vibes wins over Suzanne Anderson. And Sherry Boussout, a Belgian rider. Liedel Deutschland Tour. Oh, wait, that's right. It is the Liedel Tour too. Jonathan Milan needs to win. So it's kind of their home race. Matthew Brennan, Jonathan Milan, Danny Van Poppel for Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe. That's probably an important race for them too, for Red Bull. Then we got Olav Koy, Pavel Bittner. Oh, that's him. Milan Fretten right there. Okay, stage 2. Milan Fretten. He's the guy that was getting kind of rammy. And actually, I'm surprised he put in a second kick to fight off the 4th place rider. They both kind of had to do a double acceleration, it looked like. So Milan Fretten here. He was battling, got 3rd place today. And let's just keep looking here, guys. I just want to see some stuff. Ooh, look at this. Jonas Vingegaard is pulled out of the World Championships, as we were talking about this morning, but is signed up for the European Road Race Championships. Huh, interesting. What do you say about that, guys? Puck Peters pulled out of the World Championships. I think we're just going to see a big spam of that now, guys. That's all we're going to see. There goes Pavel Bittner up the right-hand side. Olav Koy comes easily past him, but Decathlon's right there. Kofod is way behind right now. Fretten, right against the barriers, has to slow down, re-accelerates again. Oh, he's fighting the Tudor guy. That Tudor rider did really well. Binyam got 5th. Looks like Binyam got 5th place to me. I didn't even see the stage results there. Stage results for today. Let's get a full look at that. Yeah, Binyam got 5th place. Arvid Decline for Tudor Pro Cycling. Dylan Groenewegen. There was a Jayco guy there. So Dylan Groenewegen gets 6th place here. Going to Unibet Titema Rockets next year. Tim Riley gets 7th. Mike Tunis in 8th. Tord Gudmested for decathlon. Okay, that's the decathlon rider. He was well placed and faded really hard at the end as riders were accelerating past him. Just didn't have all the gas all the way. Amaury Capio for Arkea BNB. General classification, Olav Koy takes first place, guys. Olav Koy, first place. Tim Merlier tied, same time in second place. Dries de Bont, third, tied, same time. Then we've got Rui Oliveira in fourth place, and they just dipped away too far. Thanks. Yeah, so that's all we're going to see here. So Koy, you can see it here too, guys. He's in first place right now. Same time. I think they always give it to the most recent winner, so that's why he would get it. For Olav, as long as he's at Visma, he will not have his chance in the Tour de France. Yeah. Yeah, because Visma is built to be a GC team at the Tour de France. But I would keep him around just for sprints, classics, one-day races. That's what he looks like he's really good at. He is very young. He's 23 years old, but he is a pure sprinter is what I'm saying. TT, really nothing. Climber, nothing. Sprinter, all the way. We did see him at Tour of Poland here. This longer stage race, 93rd overall. Did win a stage. Giro d'Italia won multiple stages, obviously. Second places, third places. Can last a GC, but he's always going to be further back. He picks his stages to win. I don't know, I'm okay with that. Yeah, so here's the times, guys. We have 3 riders on the same time. Olav Koy, Tim Merlier, and Dries de Bont. Rui Oliveira is 2 seconds back, 4th place. 4 seconds back from the lead, Pavel Bittner. Same time, Arnaud Delis, 4 seconds back. 6 seconds back, Milan Frenton, who got 3rd place today. Same time, 6 seconds back, Juan Sebastian Milano. He placed well yesterday. Matty Mahoric, 7 seconds back in 9th place. And we've got another tie. Bastien Tranchant is also 7 seconds back. That rounds out the top 10, guys. Finish out the chat here. Yeah, good question right here, dude. I love this. T. Roy, you read my mind, bro. Pop Marino, what are you betting for tomorrow? What are you betting for tomorrow, dude? Pop Marino, I need the insights. Joey Jojo's in the mix. I love that the beloved Pop-Tarts are still getting talked about. Joey Jojo, can we get an order on those right away? We need a Walmart emergency bachelor Colin at home by himself, fending for himself all week. Order. Yeah, I ate the 3 jumbo packs a long time ago. He needs some. Exactly, I do. I just need like a garbage grocery order. Burritos, pizza, Pop-Tarts, and Gatorade. That's all I need to live on. That's all I need to live on, guys. Yeah, I'd love to hear Pop Marino's bets. You know what I need to do? On the Discord, guys, check out the Inside Cycling World Discord. There's a couple people here that are in the Discord. I'm going to open up the Inside Cycling World betting lines. Dogs eating remotes in my shoes. Yeah, the dogs, they can eat whatever they can find around the house. If you leave it on the floor, they get to eat it. Fully allowed. If you leave it on the floor, they get to eat it. Okay, riders, thanks for being here today. We've been streaming now that's a short one, 3 hours and 45 minutes. We're all good here. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow. I think Joey Jojo's got my thumbnails tweaked up for this. I love this race. The Vuelta, we're going all in on the Vuelta. Every second will be covered. We need betting odds. Pop Marino saying, yeah, I can see Olav going to a sprint team from Visma. Yeah, he'd have to find a team that's like designed for him. I think it'd be really smart. Team that's got a full lead-out train, 4 races. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump, get some stuff going here today. I got lots going on, and we'll see you all bright and early tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and share, everyone. Subscribe if you can. Betting predictions, fire them at me. Whatever else you